Hello and welcome back to Kadet Sports Live. We got a big one for you guys today. It is Air Academy Boys Lacrosse versus Cheyenne Mountain. I'm Jake Bain.
I'm Sophia Maddox, and here we have guest star
Noah. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to dive straight into it. Like I said, big game. We're going to start by giving some brief introductions of who we are. I'm Jake. I've been in the program 2 years now. Kind of been doing everything journalism and filmmaking related since 7th grade. Next year I'll be attending Chapman University in LA to continue my passion in that field. I'll be going to film school. So yeah, super stoked with what we have going for you guys today, and yeah, it should be great.
Yeah, and I entered the program the same time as Jake, so I've been in it for 2 years as well. And I mean, you guys know me. I'm typically in front of the camera. I love it. This program set me on fire. I'm about to go to the University of Missouri to do broadcast journalism, and I am so excited. I can't wait. I love this so much, and I have such a passion for it. And yeah, let's hear from Noah.
So I am a player at Air Academy. I've been playing for 4 years. Unfortunately, this year, my senior year, I tore my labrum at the start of the season and had surgery, so unfortunately I'm unable to play this year. I've been playing lacrosse for about 8 years since I started playing in New York. I moved here and I played with Sharpshooters and Patriots. I've been playing here. I plan to next year go to Australia and do media there, as I'm now media coordinator for our team.
Yeah, awesome. And Noah, just outside of the world of lacrosse, diving into some academics and extracurriculars and clubs, what do you like to do with your time on a regular basis?
Yeah, so I'm an FCA leader, so that's
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want to transition really fast into how important this game is going to be. Air Academy and Cheyenne Mountain is the biggest rivalry we have, and obviously it has such a history. Noah, tell us a little bit about the history throughout the past few years when Air Academy has faced Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah, so last year was the first year that Air Academy beat Cheyenne Mountain in like 8 years, I think. So that was pretty cool, but it was interesting because we faced them in regular season and we didn't beat them. We faced them in playoffs, but it's been going on for a bit. Like you said, just diving into history, this is just such a mental matchup. It's more than skill, it's beyond that. When these two teams face, it really is just a matter of grit and the mindset going into it. So talking on that side of things, what has Air Academy done preparing for this matchup because of how different it is to other games? Yeah, I think it really goes with our just changes this year of the season. I think we've had a lot of attitude shifts, if you will. Big one being one of the things I can think of is just we have a hard out award every week just for a teammate who just put it in the work, not necessarily getting all the stats, all the hits and everything, but I think it's kind of changed our mindset to catching wins rather than trying to play for fun and play for the sport and enjoy the sport. I think that just took a lot of pressure off and made the game more enjoyable and more competitive as a whole.
For sure. And I think something that Kadet Sports Live has always been about, and we've always talked about, is the Air Academy teams have so much team morale. They love each other on and off the field, and it's really cool to see their team chemistry all the time. You talked about the Hard Hat Award, but tell us a little bit more about what it looks like for your team and bonding and becoming the team that you are.
Yeah, I think one of the really cool things is just how close our team is. This year, I think one thing that's different is our chemistry. All of the team hangs out a lot. Over the spring break trip, we just got to bond a lot, and it was a really good time. But yeah, I think that's one of the things that definitely sets us apart. It's just how close we are as a team. But yeah, for sure. We talked about this team chemistry so much, how important it is. And I think a lot of that chemistry that comes this year is from the transition you guys have made since last season, right? Bringing in new head coach Nick Gold, right? He he stepped up from his offensive coordinator position last season. I know he's coached pitch lacrosse for 3 years. A lot of our sophomore players he actually coached for that club program. So he's familiar with the team, familiar with the goings-on there. What has he brought to the team that's different this season from past?
Yeah, I think he really just brought more positivity, I think, to the team, which was really good. I think it wasn't really a negative environment, but it was definitely more positive after Nick came. Like you said, he definitely, has been around some of our younger players, also like from coaching youth leagues and stuff like that. But also, it wasn't just a blunt change. He was rotated in a little bit softly because he was our offensive coordinator last year and all that. So he was a pretty familiar face already, and it was just very nice to have him on. It was really cool to see him work.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little bit about him being able to work with the younger players of the team. Something about the Air Academy team is that our entire defense is made up of mostly seniors, if not all, and then the defense is extremely young. Other way around, sorry, my bad. Offense is extremely young. It's all underclassmen. So looking at what the team is going to be next year with that rebuilding, how do you think that's going to go, especially with they'll keep Coach Gold?
Yeah, so I think our defense might have some more learning to do. Our offense is really good and sad. I think we'll really grow together. Also, we have some more young guys for our offense too. But for our defense, we definitely have a few JV kids that'll step up, leaders, and we also just have a bunch of some young guys like Brian Stark and Frey. Also, we have a great defensive coach, Doug Weaver, who's just showing us everything that we need to know and just making a great defense. So it could be a problem, but I'd see it as a good opportunity just to get better as a team.
Definitely lots of transition across the board for this Air Academy team, right? Shifting sides, we're going to go talk more about Cheyenne, right? They've had a bit of a tougher season this year. Again, this is a big matchup. Last year, Air Academy went undefeated in the regular season until their matchup with Cheyenne Mountain. That broke that winning streak. Obviously, you guys bounced back, beat them in playoffs, took you all the way to the state championship. On Cheyenne's side of things, what have you guys seen? We talked to them a little bit, but based on their schedule and performance, what should we expect from them tonight?
I think we're really expecting a good game. I mean, Air Academy, Cheyenne Mountain, big rivalries, and any of those rivalries, I think everyone gets in the head a little bit. But they have a new coach this year, just like us. I think they had to do a little bit more rebuilding of their program, but it's kind of cool just to see, just how they've gone better throughout the season. Just their consistency was a little bit off, but I think they got dialed in, so it's just kind of cool. I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think another question about Cheyenne, or I guess something that I've noticed in their schedule is we've talked to them before, and they said that they had such a really hard schedule so far. But if you look, they came off of a 6-game winning streak, and the losses that they had before that were really, really close. So clearly Cheyenne has had a tough schedule, but they performed very, very well. So in that, what you've noticed from them in the past years and this year with them performing, do you think their strategy is going to change this game against you guys? How do you think it's going to go?
I think they had a really strong schedule, and I think especially towards the start of the season, and I think that's good. But we have a starter side at the end of the season, which will help us carry that momentum through playoffs. I think that's one really good things.
Yeah, like bouncing off that real quick before we wrap up, we talked to one of Cheyenne Mountain's players, Cohen Hanger. He's a star on their defense, right? He was kind of mirroring what we were saying. They've had a tough schedule, but that's actually brought a lot of team unity and chemistry from them. So seeing that exists from both teams, really excited for this game we have tonight. It's going to be a battle of grit, determination, right? Like we said, it's just more than skill. So we have a great show for you guys tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And right before we kick it off, we are going to have tailgating with the Kadets, which is a new segment we've never done before. Our resident sideline reporter, Ben Blodgett, is going to talk to the Air Academy coach, Scotty Cox, the goalie, and Chase Mooney. Thank you. And let's get right to him because we want to hear all about that.
I'm Benjamin Blodgett here with Air Academy's very own lacrosse team. Here today with Coach Gold, Scott, and Chase. And today we're going to be doing Air Academy's first ever tailgate, going to be grilling some. And Coach, before we get into it, I got to ask you, are you a big grill guy?
No, man, my dad ran the grill at home, so that's out of my wheelhouse. So I'm trusting you to take us home today.
Well, as we go, I'm going to put some bacon grease on here just to start. But are you a hot dog or a hamburger guy?
Hamburgers all the way.
Hamburgers all the way. Are you putting all the toppings on there, or are you sticking pretty plain?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm at Five Guys, I'm getting pretty much everything on the menu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see you. So, I mean, I guess we'll get into some of the lacrosse questions here. We're going into the rivalry game here, Air Academy, Cheyenne Mountain. What does prep look like for you guys as a team?
Yeah, I mean, our motto this whole season has just been taking everything one day at a time, trying to get better every single day. So, you know, as much as this game means a little bit more because of who we're playing, it's just approaching it like it's any other game. You know, it's a game for a conference championship, and that's why it matters. But as long as we keep getting better every day, that's what the prep is.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have also had an incredible season, going 13-0. Cheyenne is 9-4 going into this game. And you say you like to take things one day at a time, really. What's that approach looking like for this game specifically?
Yeah, I mean, we know what they like to do. They know what we like to do. There's a lot of familiarity there, but you know, if you lose sight of coming to practice and working every single day, then you kind of miss on the opportunities to continue improving. So, you know, it's being prepared for what we're going to see tonight, but knowing that as long as we control, then we'll be good to go.
And then talking about that preparedness, if you could tell us just a little bit about, it's a little hard to hear with the planes and the grill, but if you could tell us a little bit about, I mean, prepping defensively and offensively for this game, and just your prep schedule, your practice schedule overall for the season.
Yeah, it's been a really busy season. I mean, we kind of lucked out with some early games that were bunched together, so we got a little bit more time in between games at the end, a little more time to refine things and work on things. But, you know, Cheyenne Mountain's a team that likes to slow the game down. They like to try to make you wait them out. And so as long as, you know, we control the tempo and do the things that we talked about in practice this week, we'll be good to go.
Great to hear. And I'm going to get you with another fun question here. I know you said you were a hamburger guy. If you are having a hot dog, are you going to put relish on it, or mustard, or ketchup? What's the toppings looking like for the hot dog?
Yeah, I'm strictly a ketchup guy when it comes to
ketchup.
I might throw some relish on there, but that's about all you're going to get.
Okay. And then when it comes to, I mean, this game, obviously, conference championship, it's pretty important going into the postseason. After this game, based on, I mean, if you do proceed in the season, are you looking to make any more changes, or what are you looking to perfect as the season continues forward after this important game?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think, you know, our level of competition that we've been playing against has really ramped up the last couple of weeks. And so, you know, we're kind of we've really done well at getting good at things that we do well. And so it's just a matter of making sure that we're adjusting to what we expect to see from the other teams. I think is the biggest difference. We've had a lot of games that, you know, we've played really well in and been good at things that we do, but to continue getting better, you got to be ready for somebody to try to stop that. You know, other people got film on us now, and so we got to be ready to adjust.
Absolutely. And then another question here, kind of about, I mean, the team structure as a whole. You've got some great scoring players on your team. You guys put up incredible numbers, going like 14-1, having these ridiculous scores. With all these great scores on your team, what are you looking to see in this game specifically? Are you looking to see a continuation of that scoring trend? Are you looking to see more strong defense limiting your opponents to those small numbers? Or what kind of actions are you looking to see players take this game?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, our offense is just as good as our defense. We can kind of play a lot of different styles based on what the other team wants to do. If they want to play a low-scoring game, our defense is good enough that we're going to hold them to a few goals. If they want to play run and gun, we can run and gun faster than they can. So, you know, we really can get to pretty much whatever we want to do on the field. It's just a matter of, I don't know, seeing what's in front of us.
Absolutely. I appreciate that answer. And I guess before I talk to some of the players here, I do have one following question, like one last question for you today. This is the conference championship. This is the rivalry game for Air Academy. I mean, every time we play Cheyenne in any sport, it's always competitive. There's always a crowd. how has it been preparing mentally for this game? Have you changed anything with that?
No, I mean, I think the focus has been the same since the fall, when we started fall workouts, you know? Like, we know the history of this rivalry has not been in our favor for the last, decade plus, until last year in the playoffs. So, there's not a difference in preparation from anything we've been doing this year. We know that if we come out and control the game and play the game that we're supposed to, then we got a really, really good shot to have a lot of fun with that.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Coach. I'm going to scoop these up, try my best to get them all. Do you have any last words to share with us before we go over and talk to some of the players here?
No, it's been a really awesome season. The support that we've had from the Air Academy community, from the Springs community at large, has been awesome. It's been great to have people coming out to our games, great to be, talking about lacrosse to the school and the greater community. So just really appreciate the spotlight that you guys are putting on our team and our sport.
Of course. The hot dogs are ready. We're going to get some burgers in here, but I'd love to speak with some of the players here. We've got Scotty and Chase. If y'all want to come over. So we get the burgers. And y'all can grab some hot dogs if you want. The burgers are almost ready. So, I mean, what are you guys getting right into this interview? I want to hear what you guys are excited to do this game. Really hear about what kind of plays you're looking to make, what kind of impacts you're looking to have today.
Well, for me as a goalie, I'm just looking to help out my team wherever I can, They're gonna make opportunities for me. My defense is gonna give me the shots I want to see, and I hope not to have I might not have a crazy game, but I'm just here to play for the team and just kind of do whatever I can.
Glad to hear that. And I mean, your season so far has been great. I've looked through all the scores of all the Air Academy games. I've been at a few of them before. And I mean, you're getting crazy stops, you're not allowing scores, and your team's defense overall is great. When it comes to playing in this game especially, when there are stakes on the line, how do you personally kind of mentally prep for that?
I feel like in the past we've had a big issue with when we're playing teams like Cheyenne Mountain, where we kind of over-centralize, we're playing Cheyenne Mountain, this is going to be a rough game, So for going into this one, I'm kind of just clearing my mind, going to it like it's a normal game. I don't want to we've had times before where we put so much pressure on it, when we were a much better team, and then we just kind of fall short because we just have guys crumble in that moment. So I'm just walking into it like it's a normal game.
Appreciate the answer to that question. I'm personally feeling a little hungry. I don't know if you guys are hot dog or hamburger guys, but help yourself. I'm gonna grab a hot dog personally. I'm a hot dog guy, but yeah, y'all feel free. I'll get y'all some plates. So dig in, y'all. Go get Coach Gold one too. And y'all go first, I can bring up the rear here. So, you two guys, did you guys have a lot of barbecues when you were young? Y'all still barbecue families, or not so much?
I used to live in Oregon. We would have barbecues at my neighbor's house and stuff, so yeah, not so much now that I'm in Colorado, actually.
So much now, so this is a rare occasion for you.
We're a big barbecue family at my house.
Big barbecue family.
We'll go eat buffalo burgers and
Oh, buffalo, so y'all are getting fancy with it.
Yeah.
Well, let me grab some toppings over here too. Scoot along. But, yeah, I guess going back to the game, we've talked a little bit about the defense. As a goalie, I was curious if you could speak a little bit to how it feels to work cohesively as a team, especially on the defense, and how you practice that. Because your defense runs very well. It runs like a well-oiled machine. And I can't say I don't see the communication when I've watched you guys play between the defense. And I was wondering what it looks like to practice that.
Well, it's pretty, so we know, everybody knows what they need to do. We all trust each other, especially we'll have guys that communication is insanely important. So I'll have guys like Thomas Young, Logan Austin, and it's just kind of we all trust each other to make the right calls. So you know, if I make a call and then another guy will make a call overriding me, you know, I'll trust him to make that call or anything like that, you know. We all trust that we know what we're doing, and if somebody sees something that we like or if somebody like sees something else, we might change it up, depending on what they say.
Would you say trust is a really big part of these games for you?
Huge. Like, we have guys coming off the bench. Like, it's really important that we don't go, okay, they're coming off the bench. They might not make a good play here and overextend. It's like really important that we go. We trust that he's going to make the stop. You know, guys coming off the bench, we trust that they're going to make a stop. We trust that they're going to make plays.
Well, it's good to hear that. I mean, especially in very effective teams, you hear a lot about what it is to be a good teammate and really supporting the people around you. And a huge part of that is trusting the other players on your team to do their job just as well as you would do yours. And Chase, I was wondering if I could talk to you a little bit about the offensive side of the game. And I mean, going into Cheyenne Mountain, you guys are a high-scoring team. They're substantially less high-scoring. But even considering that, what ways have you prepared yourself as a team and as an individual player especially to go out there even at this rivalry game and still put up those same numbers as a player?
Well, we know what it takes to succeed, and I feel like our offense will move the ball really well. And where we find success is like, you know, either it's dodging down the alley or dodging from that. I feel like all around, like we're just mentally prepared and you know, just ready for what's next.
And you guys are getting fueled up here before the game. For both of you, I would say, to what extent are you guys like excited for this game at all? I mean, playing the rivalry team, playing at home on a Saturday, this is a high emotions game, and I was curious if I could get some insight into your guys' personal feelings and that for this game.
Well, I know me certainly. I grew up with a few guys on the other team. Play with them club ball in the summer. So there's like a big rivalry there, you know. Knowing these guys for a while, there's like kind of like a close rivalry with that, you know. It's kind of like when you want to like beat your close friends or something like that. Like, yeah. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. Just, you know, like last year, like tensions were high and stuff with this team. Of course, it always is. They're a rival, of course, but you know it's going to be a tough one. But I feel like if we just play our game,
all right, well, you guys heard it here. I mean, this team is excited to play. I'm excited to watch you guys play. Hopefully I'll be able to interview you guys afterwards maybe. And yeah, looking forward to an exciting rivalry game here this Saturday coming up after this pregame show. And then the action will be starting soon, hopefully.
Intro for you guys. We are back up in the press box and we are ready to get this game kicked off. This is going to be Air Academy Cadets versus the Cheyenne Mountain Redtail Hawks. And we're just going to start, you know, you guys saw us down on the field and we're going to get right rolling into how this game is going to go. So Jake, you had some predictions for how it was going to go. Tell us a little bit about what you think is going to happen tonight.
Yeah, obviously this is a huge game, right? We talked about the rivalry, the grit, everything that's going to go into it. I got some predictions just based on what we've seen from both teams, specifically the Cadets this year. Number one, Alex Serwal is going to hang a hat trick tonight on the Hawks, right? Alex is a big scorer for this team, just a really hard hitter player in terms of putting points on goal, right? So it would not be a big surprise if he were to put up 3 points this game. Number two, Chase Moody is going to flash some behind-the-back magic. Chase, that's his signature go-to, right? It would not be a shock whatsoever to see a behind-the-back goal from Chase Moody today. So just keep out on the lookout for that. We'll definitely be sure to point it out if that happens. Lastly, Scotty Cox has just been a dominant goalie for the Cadets this year. So we should expect tonight to see that same performance from him. Just absolutely putting up a wall. Final prediction here, Cadets coming out on top 9-6. I don't expect this to be a super high-scoring game that we've seen from the Cadets over the past month or so.
Yeah.
But again, it's such a good rivalry, such a game of grit, tooth and nail. So I'd expect it to be within a 3-point range differential of those scores. So yeah, again, just great game we have coming for you. Those are my Baines bids for you guys tonight. So keep a lookout. We'll make sure to point out if we hit those marks. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna get right into things here. National anthem is starting, so we're just gonna stand by for that.
As a result, any behavior deemed inappropriate or disrespectful will be addressed immediately. We ask you to show respect to the players, coaches, and officials. Good luck to both teams. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. All right, Win, you know what to do, guys. Keep getting your shots. Serve her up.
Alrighty, we are back. Thank you so much for those Baines bits. Those were amazing. I love those so much.
Yeah.
I think I totally agree with you on that last one. We mentioned it a little bit in the pregame, but this is going to be such a tight game, and it's not only because of the rivalry and the pressure of that on the boys, but also because these are such great teams, and Air Academy and Cheyenne have always been the top dogs.
Yeah.
And so I think it'll definitely be a really entertaining game and maybe low scoring, definitely for sure. Let's get right into the starting lineups of this game. We are going to start with Cheyenne Mountain, the guests here at the K-Dome tonight. So first, we're going to start with number 0, Walt Cameron, who's going to be the goalie for Cheyenne. Number 3, Liam Morrison's going to be on attack. Number 4, Carson Cavani is middle. Number 5, Hudson Bailey is an attack. Number 6, Colt Kugler is a mid. Number 8, Connor Cavani is a defense. Number 11, Luca Johnson is also on defense. And then we have number 20, Sage Bowen, who's going to be on attack tonight. Number 24, Jack Obernesser is going to be on defense. And then number 28, Tate Treglia, who we do not have his position listed, but he is a freshman tonight starting for varsity.
Yeah, awesome. Super strong team from Cheyenne Mountain tonight. Moving over to the Cadets, we have number 3, EJ Hines. EJ is an attack. He's a sophomore this year. Number 4, Liam Young. He is our midi. He is also our FOGO. That means face off, get off. Number 5, Chase Moody. He plays attack for us. Number 7, Logan Austin. He's a long pole defenseman. Number 8, Thomas Young. He is also a long pole close defenseman. Loves to hop in at LSM. That's a long stick midi at some point. Number 11, Jackson Shipper. He is a long pole starting at close defense. Number 16, Andrew Nielsen. He's a midi strong scorer for these Cadets. Number 22, Nico Vega. He is a midi sophomore. That's another one of our underclassmen there. Then we got number 35, Alex Serwa. He's an attackman junior. And lastly, we got number 34, our very one and only goalie in the net, Scotty Cox.
We are so excited for today's lineup, and if you guys take a little peek on the right side there is Noah Hatch, who was just helping us out during the pregame. He does media for the Air Academy Cadets. He mentioned it a little bit. He is injured. Normally he would be starting for the Cadets, but obviously injured, so he's going to be on the side doing media for them. We
are so excited. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to
yeah.
see how this Air Academy team does against Cheyenne. Cheyenne is coming off of 6 wins, so they have a really big morale boost, but Air Academy's undefeated. So they are also, you know, very hyped for this game. And yeah, let's kick this thing off.
Yeah, we're diving in straight to face off here. Liam Young down in the mix. Like we said, he is a sophomore here at Air Academy. Started his freshman year, actually, so getting straight into the action. Looks like Cheyenne Mountain's going to win that one, taking it down in the field on a fast break. Here we go, moving the ball around. They're going to get settled in here. They got that touch within the restraining line, so we got underway here at the K-Dome at Air Academy High School.
And that is number 3, Liam Morrison, there in the back. And then we also have number 2, who is Weber Rowell for Cheyenne Mountain, who is not on the starting lineup but is on the field tonight.
Looks like we had some mix-up with either substitution or something on that front, so we're going to get right started here with that whistle blown. Like we said, that's number 2, Weber Rowell. Here we go to number 18, Teague. And, yeah, it looks like we're just getting settled in here, Cheyenne Mountain. Still some miscommunication with the refs here. The ball's going to be dropped.
What did just happen? Was it like a false start or
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Kind of hard to say. Not too much communication happening. We're still just waiting on getting started here. Here comes Cheyenne Mountain, number 1, Walt Cameron bringing it down. Dodges, moving it into the inside to number 2, Weber Rowell. Weber's going to take it up. Thomas Young's forcing him to the outside. Nearly going to X there. Cheyenne Mountain's back up at the top with Walt Cameron. Walt Cameron dodges left, bringing it down towards the goal. Staying on the inside. They really want to get a shot on here to start it off. Scott Cox with the save, and Air Academy's going to clear it.
First save of the game goes to Scotty Cox. He has been on fire. If I'm correct, it was a 70% save rate so far this season. Absolutely killing it. We were able to interview him in pregame, and it was so cool to hear from him about his team.
Yeah, Scotty's been killing it this year. He had to step up, fill the big shoes that Luke McClellan left last year. He's a senior, now playing college ball, but he's been doing a fantastic job, like she said, with that 70% save rate.
Right.
Cadets are absolutely crushing it right now. Unsuccessful clear, but bounced right back. Super resilient defense. Just bodied Cheyenne there. Here's Andrew Nielsen taking the ball upfield. Fast break here. Let's see if Cheyenne Mountain can get them to settle down and move the ball around real quick. It's really going to be these fast breaks that kill it. Last year, Cheyenne Mountain kind of just scored the majority of their goals on fast breaks for that first matchup. Obviously, they won that game. But moving into playoffs, Cadets bounced back and got them. Andrew Nielsen shot on goal. It's saved. Let's see who comes up with it here. Got a little bit of a scuffle. Ball's on the ground. Absolute chaos down here on the field right now. And shot on goal. Andrew Nielsen boots with the goal. Air Academy will put the first points on the board tonight. We'll see if that will continue.
Maybe a minute in, so much aggressiveness, such a great way to start off this game. Just get that momentum rolling, absolutely. But absolutely killing it, Air Academy, starting off the right way.
Yeah, like we said, Cheyenne Mountain possessed the ball for the majority of that first possession there. Failed clear on the Cadets' parts. A little bit of a rough start for them altogether, but bounced back on defense immediately. We've talked. They're super aggressive there and successful on that clear the second time, getting it to Boots for 2 shots on goal. The second one goes in. So on this next possession after the goal, Cadets start with the ball, having a little trouble clearing it downfield.
And that's number 11, Jackson Schipfer.
Yep, Jackson Schipfer. He's a key player. He'll actually be tending the Merchant Marine. Wow, huge body from Cheyenne. That's actually going to be flagged on the field. That was an illegal cross body check. So it looks like Cheyenne Mountain's going to be man down here, if I'm correct. Yeah, Cadets will substitute out number 2. I believe that is Sammy Schipfer, the younger brother of Jackson. So Cadets will be man up here. This is a great opportunity to get another point on the board. Started off strong. Let's go. We got number 22, Nico Vega, starting off to Dylan Hudson here. Back to Boots. He's the guy that just put up the first point there. We're going to send the ball down to X. It's going to hang out there for a little while just before getting back to Nico. Nico's actually a sophomore, climbed up the ranks last year, started as a swing player. Ooh, absolutely bodied it again. Shot on goal. Shot on goal. That's going to be in and counted with another flag on the play for Cheyenne Mountain. Actually, 3 flags down. Every ref saw that one.
Man.
Absolutely brutal there.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that? So
Holy cow. So much aggressiveness when it comes like into the goal that way. Like that's insane. So much pressure, especially was it Nico Vega was kind of in the middle of that there?
Yeah, Nico Vega, he's the one that put that shot on. Absolutely got trucked during it, but still managed to get it in.
And a sophomore playing on varsity, killing it last year, just like proving it every single second of this game.
Like I was saying, climbed the ranks to get to where he is now. Starting as a sophomore, that's huge. Liam Young's going to take away that face-off. He's doing great this season so far, but Cheyenne Mountain defense is just going to get that right back. Let's see what they can do on this clear. Cadets are still in there. Ooh, but number 6, that's going to be
not slowing down for 1 second.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Cheyenne Mountain still taking it down. Cadets unsuccessful to take it away. We are down on the Air Academy side right now, so let's see what threat Cheyenne is going to bring.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when you look at, because I just got the pleasure of commentating for girls lacrosse about a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And obviously the difference between these sports is insane. But something about boys lacrosse, are there ever any fouls called? Because there's so much aggressiveness with the sticks and trying to get the ball, whatever it is. But there's so much. At what point is it too much for the refs?
Yeah. Real quick, we're going to see some motion down here, and they're going to settle back in. So, yeah, absolutely. 2 completely different sports. Obviously, both lacrosse, right? But when we talk about the gameplay itself, so different. They're both very intense sports, but when it comes to the aggressiveness and the actual physical content, there's much more of that on the boys' side.
Right.
Pretty uncommon to see 2 flags this early in the game, right?
Yeah.
But that just goes right back to how much of a rivalry there is here. It is just a game of grit and aggressiveness, and who came prepared on that end. But if Cheyenne keeps it up this way, that could be super detrimental to them, right? Playing man down, as you saw, Nico got that goal on, and then there was another flag right away. But yeah, back into the game. Looks like Cheyenne Mountain's trying to press the goal and shot on. That's going to be number 1, Walt Cameron.
So a little bit of correction for Cheyenne. That is going to be number 1, Rhett Kircher. Walt Cameron's the goalie, but names mixed up a little bit. But Rhett Kircher is a senior for Cheyenne Mountain, has been on the team for 4 years, absolutely killing it. He's going to put the first shot in goal for Cheyenne tonight, making it 2-1 Cadets. So Cadets are still leading, which you always want to see, but we're only a couple minutes into this game, and it has not slowed down one bit.
Yeah, sorry on that mix-up with name there. Yeah, we'll see how this continues. Noah kind of mentioned during our pregame show that this is just a completely different Cheyenne team. They've adjusted their playbook. It's a little bit different.
Right.
Looks like we got a little bit of a mix-up on field with that face-off there. There must have been a fault on Liam's side, so Cheyenne's going to have that ball.
Interesting.
But, yeah, just back to that. We'll see now that the teams are actually playing how they can adjust and settle in. Is this high-scoring game going to continue, or are we going to kind of settle down?
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll see, because last year, obviously, both pretty low-scoring games when these 2 teams matched up. But new season, new teams. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Right now, we have number 22. That is Henry McMartin down at X, absolutely getting eaten up by Nico Vega. Nico Vega is such a versatile player playing midi. He started off as a defensive midi, switched more to the offensive side towards the later end of last season. Thomas Young absolutely hacking away. What a great player he is. He's committed to play D2 lacrosse. Man, our defense, just a little mix-up. It's super aggressive down on the field. That's going to be another flag right here. Looks like a slash. I think that's going to be number 22, Henry McMartin, the one that was just down at X. I could be wrong there, but that's what we saw. absolutely hacking away at Logan Austin there. So once again, I think Cheyenne Mountain's going to be man down.
Yeah.
We got a timeout on field right now.
So we originally predicted that this was going to be a low-scoring game, but for teams like this, for battles like this, it's always one, really low-scoring, or on the other side, totally high-scoring, crazy points put up, right? And it's always either or. And so, I mean, so far, if they don't slow down, if these teams, get into their groove, but there's so much excitement, there's so much rivalry happening. It's a Saturday afternoon, the bleachers are full. These guys are probably super amped up. So we'll see if they end up slowing down a little bit, but I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, based off what we're seeing right now, that would not be a shock to me whatsoever. It's super hard to predict games like these. We got replay right here. That scuffle down on the field.
It looks like we're starting with number 16 for Air Academy here, Andrew Nielsen.
And then that goal from Boots on replay. He's actually bringing down the ball right down the field as we speak. There we go. Holding on to it, bringing it down to X. Air Academy just slowing down that possession. Yeah, like you said, super hard to predict these kinds of games, this rivalry. These two teams, it's all about the aggressiveness and how you come mentally prepared. Nico Vega to the goal, back to X. We're moving the ball around, fast-paced here. Let's see if we can get a shot on. That's Dylan Hudson with the shot and goal. Huge from the Cadets, getting up 3-1 in this first quarter with 5 minutes and 30
Oh my
left.
goodness. Absolutely insane. And so far, it hasn't been just a one-man game. This is Air Academy has had 3 different scorers so far, if I'm correct, and absolutely killing it. All around, all the players are playing in totally different ways. Something that I'm curious about, it's so fast-paced, but Noah talked a little bit about their playbook and Cheyenne's playbook, but also Air Academy's. How do plays work in a environment like that when it's so fast-paced? Are they doing a play, or are they just trying to put it in goal?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times they'll settle in, they'll call a play, but for those fast break kind of moments that you saw just then, usually that's just spur of the moment, right?
Okay.
Working the ball around. I think we're going to see a lot of that this game. Towards the later half, as things settle in, you'll see a lot more of those plays happening. When it's slowed down and more calculated. This is number 2, Weber Rowell taking it down. Pass back. Cheyenne's going to settle in here at the top near the restraining line.
And that's going to be number 17, Jacob Dirksen.
Yeah, Jacob Dirksen heading off the field as number 18, Teague Roberts. Apologies if I just butchered that name. But, yeah, here we go. Cheyenne's moving the ball around the field right now. Number 2, Weber Rowell is going to take it to back front and center to Rhett Kircher. Rhett Kircher attempts a dodge, moving it down to X. We're just going to hang out here at X as we move it around back to the top. Cheyenne Mountain really with the ball movement. There's much slower pace in Air Academy. Air Academy is just kind of hitting it hard right off rip, but I think they're just kind of trying to read our defense. Shot on goal by number 18, Teague Roberts, and that's going to go behind.
And this is the Air Academy Cadets defense that we were talking about during the pregame, the defense that is all upperclassmen, if not all seniors.
Absolutely.
And they are vets. They have been playing together for years. They all know each other on and off the field. So this is the Cadet defense that absolutely kills at every single game and is so, so good at their teamwork and so, so impressive. So I'm excited to see, what type of goals that Scotty Cox can get away with.
Absolutely. Oh, behind the back attempted by Teague Roberts again. That's going to go behind goal. As you were saying, Sophia, this close defense, our deep pulls, our long pulls, as some might say, all seniors, right? These are veterans. These guys have been playing with each other for 4 years, at least some even longer before they were in high school.
Yeah.
We're talking Thomas Young, Logan Austin, and Jackson Schiffer. These guys are absolute killers. It extends just beyond their defensive work, but the stick work, they can translate it to offense if needed. That was a shot on goal by number 1, Rhett Kircher. Again, another miss, but Cheyenne will win the chase and keep possession of the ball. But as we said, super dominant, killer defense by the Cadets.
Yeah.
These guys are just something that isn't seen too often in high school lacrosse, and
Yeah.
that's why a lot of these guys are committed to go play at another level.
Just what I was actually going to talk about was that just to start off, we have Thomas Young, who's a senior, who actually plays for DCC, but our school is a feeder school. So, we have all the different schools that play for Air Academy. And Thomas Young is committed to North Greenville University, which is D2 for boys lacrosse. And then we also have one more, if I'm correct,
Yeah,
right,
have,
that's committed.
Jackson Schiffer,
Okay.
he's going to the Merchant Marine Academy. He's going to play football there.
Okay.
So a little bit different. A lot of our guys here are multi-sport athletes, right? Sometimes playing 2, even 3 sports. Jackson Schiffer specifically plays lacrosse here for Air Academy. He plays football at TCA and wrestles there
Oh, wow.
as well, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, huge there, and I think that just contributes to the aggressiveness and just the grit that this defense has.
Yeah, and then we also have Alex Sarwat, a junior, who goes to school at the Village, but is committed to Lemoyne College D1.
Yeah.
So
that's huge from Alex. He's huge on defense. He puts up a ton of goals, as you saw in my Baines bids predictions at the beginning of the game. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a hat trick from him. Haven't seen too much from him tonight, but I think as we settle in and he's got a good read and hang for things, then we'll get that. Diving back into the game here, Cheyenne Mountain still has possession of the ball. Number 2, Weber Rowell, fighting to get a shot on goal. Stick from Thomas Young. Looks like it's broken.
Oh.
Thomas Young will head off field. In men's lacrosse here, you are unable to continue play without a stick, so you must head off the field. Ref will take that off. Shot on goal by number 2, Weber Rowell, and that is in. So that'll bring the score to 3-2. Kadet still on top.
A lot of confusion happening with Thomas Young having to head off the field there, that the Cadets were just caught off guard, and they were able to get that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's really, really hard when something like that happens. Thomas Young, arguably our star player with a long pull. Hard to communicate there to fill in that spot. As that happens, looks like number 30, Carson Brandt, is going to fill in for the time being. But yeah, I think, like you said, just that confusion mixed up, lack of communication is gonna be the reason for that goal. False start on Liam Young on that face-off. So it's going to be Cheyenne Mountain's ball. Number 6, Colt Kugler, is going to start with the ball up top.
So the sub situation is so interesting to me. What happened? Both of those boys that were faced off just sprinted off of the field. What is going on there?
Absolutely. So that's what we call a FOGO, right? That stands for face off, get off. So some of these guys, sometimes you'll have a midi who does face off, and they'll hang out on the field and play around for a little while.
Right.
You'll see that from our FOGOs too, but typically it means, hey, you do face off, you do your job, and then you're off the field, and they'll sub in. Whether you're on defense or offense, you'll sub in a player in that position.
Okay.
So that's why we saw them both getting off field there. Settling right back in. Cheyenne Mountain with the ball again. Shot on goal by number 18, Teague Roberts. That's behind the goal again. He's got a lot of shots on right now. I believe we had 1 land by him, if I'm correct. But we will see. We will see if he can pick things up and get some more things moving around.
So, question for Scotty Cox. Obviously we've talked about him, how amazing that he's been doing filling Luke McClellan's footsteps. Was he the starting JV goalie last year then, and maybe the year before that as well?
Absolutely, yeah. Scott played JV primarily last year, backup goalie. Had some good minutes on varsity as well towards the later end of those games. But yes, fantastic job filling in Luke McClellan's shoes, right? Last year wasn't too hard of a transition in terms of players and personnel, but the biggest what's going to happen here was Luke leaving, right? He is all-state. He's playing at a college level. That's a shot on goal by number 1, Rhett Kircher, behind. So it's going to be no good. Cheyenne will win the chase and keep the ball. But, just like we said, he put in tons of work in the offseason. Absolutely done an outstanding job this year so far. Completely shocked and blew away not only the team but the fans as well, just with what he's done. There we go, and just like we were talking about, number 18, Teague Roberts, was able to get one in. And that's what it is. I mean, if you just keep firing shots, eventually one's got to go.
Absolutely. And that ties it up for us tonight. 3-3 currently, and we have 38 seconds left. absolutely insane. So much action happening. And who do we say? It's Teague that's Teague Roberts, who is a freshman playing on varsity right now. This is his second goal, right?
I believe so. It's either first or second goal, regardless. This early in the game, huge. Playing at a freshman level for the Cheyenne Mountain team. That's a great accomplishment.
Oh, man.
Something you should be really proud of.
Absolutely.
Cheyenne's going to win the ball again. Taking it downfield is number 17, Jacob Dirksen. Moving it back up to the top to settle in. Looks like he's had some issues with his helmet there.
And number 4, Liam Young, really trying to put pressure on these players here, but coming off the field for another sub.
There we go. Yeah, like we said. Ooh, absolutely bodied. That's going to be a flag on Air Academy, I believe. Unless we're looking at a crease violation here, but looked a little rough. I believe that'll be on number 7, Logan Austin. But we will see here as we continue.
And something that, because we were just on the field for the beginning of the game, and really noticing Air Academy and Cheyenne were both right next to us. Their teams were warming up and kind of practicing, and you could just hear them picking at each other.
Yeah.
You could hear them yelling at each other. You could feel the tension on the field. And I think, that is definitely getting to them out here. These boys are definitely smack-talking each other, and I think that makes the aggression probably up a little bit of a level, especially for these senior Air Academy cadets who are have a lot in it tonight.
Yeah. Quick correction on that flag. That was number 11, Jackson Schiffer, with the illegal check. Looks like that'll be the end of the first quarter. We're finishing up with the score of 3-3. Yeah, as you were saying, these two teams did not interact before they were on the field. Cheyenne Mountain arrived. Air Academy was kind of just warming up, hanging out outside the locker room. Complete silence from both teams. You know, they're locked in. They're getting in the right headspace. And as soon as both teams were on field for warm-ups, we're down in the field at the desk, and you heard just this loud roar from both teams immediately.
Absolutely.
And it was just the chirping. It was the banter, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, super aggressive.
We're going to see that cause.
Yeah, that goal from
There it
number
is.
2, Weber Rowell. Again, just shown right there. Yeah, just some highlights here on screen. Looking at these Cheyenne Mountain goals.
And I feel like it's been pretty evenly. Maybe Cheyenne has had a little bit more ball control time throughout this, but I feel like it's been really evenly matched so far. They just kind of keep putting it back to each other, scoring goal after goal for each of them. Very impressive way to start the game. I think so far, Thomas Young is very impressive to me. He plays so many different positions, and he's such a leader and role on this team. Typically, we were talking about Scotty Cox and Luke McClellan. I remember Luke McClellan last year was a very loud voice in the back of the net. Yes. He was always very commanding of his team, and he was a really, really good leader on the field, which was great. And typically, you want the goalie to be that. In soccer, Jackson Gore, you want the leader to be the goalie typically. But I'm curious in this, Scotty doesn't seem to be super vocal. Well, who do you think is kind of taking up this leadership role?
Yeah, so, I mean, moving on to the defensive side of things, like you said, the goalie is someone that needs to be vocal.
Right.
So just to provide some context for viewers who might not know the sport too well, on the defensive side of things, the goalie is typically the one calling out the plays or your formations or whatever you want to call it. Luke was definitely just a loud, radiant voice across the field. Scott definitely gets that communication down. I think he just does it at a more temperate level in terms of volume.
For sure.
But yeah, still, we're seeing how our defense is settling in. Like you said, very even in terms of scoring. Our dominant offense just put up those points early on, so now it's really falling on our defense to settle in, lock down, figure out this new playbook. As Noah was talking about earlier, shot on goal by number 1, Rhett Kircher, will be beyond the goal. Cheyenne Mountain will win that chase, though, and maintain possession of the ball. Number 5, Hudson Bailey at X. Passing it to number 18, Teague Roberts, with that last goal before the end of the first quarter. Moving it around up top, number 1, Rhett Kircher. Looks like another shot on goal, which will be just outside the pipes.
And yeah, I feel like Cheyenne, you mentioned it, but they have the new coach and they have the completely new playbook. So they are really adjusting. They've been killing it, but they had a really hard schedule this year so far. And so, yeah, I'm very impressed to see. Honestly, it feels like they've had more plays than Air Academy has, just more organization. But obviously, you know, for both teams, whatever's working is working right now because it's a very tied-up game.
Yeah, definitely. I think
very close.
What we're really looking for from the Kadets to pick up the momentum and get it back to offense is going to be these chases and then the clears that come from them, right? When the ball's headed out of bounds, it's the first player closest to that ball, right? So whether that's Cheyenne Mountain or Air Academy, whoever's closest when it goes out of bounds maintains possession. And Cheyenne Mountain's won the majority. But now here we go. On that clear, Nico Vega taking it up to settle in on offense. Let's see what the Cadets can get cooking up right here. Ball's staying here. X moving around the ring. I believe that is Dylan Hudson who had our third goal of the night. Back to Nico Vega up top. Nico Vega's going to dodge up the middle. To Andrew Boots Nielsen with a shot on goal. And that'll make the score 4-3 Cadets.
Beautiful play. I was just talking about it. I was just saying that Cheyenne had more plays than Air Academy. This always happens. But that was a beautiful play. Nico passing right up through the middle. Beautiful shot to the back of the net. Oh my gosh, that was so impressive. And the communication out there,
absolutely
beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see.
Absolutely. We were just talking about it. We needed the ball to get back to the offensive side of things for Cadets to pick up that momentum. And that's what we got. They got the clear down. They got the ball movement. They had the slides. Everything fell into position to make that happen. And I think that's what we're seeing from this Cadets offense tonight. So it's really just a battle.
Yeah,
on their
and
defensive side.
This is the Kadet offense that we have seen be undefeated. This is the team that has put so much hard work in off season, during the season, in every single way possible on and off the field. They've put so much work and effort in to be able to communicate like that and sense what the other person needs in so many ways to make plays like that happen.
For sure. Right off at the face-off here. Scuffle down the middle. Cheyenne Mountain will win. Taking it downfield, looking to get that touch.
That's number 6, Colt Kugler for Cheyenne.
Yep. And Sammy Schipfer absolutely shutting it down. Going to move the ball to number 2, Weber Rowell, taking it down the field. Moving around to X. Thomas Young back in the game after that broken stick, shutting it down. Our defense is looking fantastic right now. Limiting that ball movement, limiting that movement around the field completely. Looks like a flag on field. Not too sure what happened there. Unable to see. But we're going to let it play out, which means it must have been on the Cadets. Cheyenne Mountain maintains ball. This is essentially a free play. So if any of the fans, the viewers watching are familiar with football, watch the NFL, college football, whatever that is, if the defense jumps off sides, the offense still gets the ball off, they have a free play.
Yep.
That's exactly what we're seeing here right now. So Cheyenne Mountain's just going to slow things down, try and get a shot on. As soon as the Air Academy touches the ball or heads out of bounds, then they will call that flag, and we will see what the deal is on that side. Cheyenne Mountain moving it around. Number 18, T. Roberts with the ball currently. Moving it to 1, Rhett Kirscher. They're really just settling in. This is the opportunity to get a shot on goal with no tax. Yeah, seriously, just settling in. This is probably the slowest we've seen Cheyenne Mountain move tonight.
Yeah.
But our defense really just settling in, playing more relaxed than you've seen. Like I said, they just want to prevent a goal, try and keep that advantage they have with 1 point over Cheyenne Mountain right now.
Yeah, but also getting a little bit of a refresh. Same kind of way that they do it in soccer. You know, you take a bit, you pass it back and forth, recollect your breath. Hey, shout out to your teammates, whatever you need from them. But to take a little bit of a refresh was probably what they needed.
Absolutely, yeah. We're seeing the balls getting out here. Cheyenne Mountain really making sure they maintain possession. Air Academy not too aggressive. They're going to get that takeaway when they can. But like I said, this is just a free opportunity to Cheyenne to score. There.
Just left of the goal.
Shot
there.
on goal, just left of the pipes. As Sophia said, they will now call this flag. We'll see what it is. Waiting on the call here. Looks like it's going to be a personal foul, if I believe so. technical foul, I believe. Not too sure if that's on both Nico Vega and let's see, is that number? Oh no, okay. So Nico Vega with the sub off field, and that's gonna be number 33, Quinn Walter, with the penalty. So Cadets will be man down right now. Again, Cheyenne Mountain with the opportunity to score here.
One more time.
So that's that Cadets goal from Andrew Boots Nielsen. Absolute great chance to get up, and that's going to be crucial here. Air Academy with the ball, even though they're man down. Jackson
All the way
Shipper
up the
taking it down the
sideline.
field on the fast break, moving the ball to number 3, EJ Hines. Cadets are going to settle in here now. Don't want to be too aggressive as they are still man down, so just maintaining possession, settling in until this power play, as you might want to call it, finishes. Speaking of power play, we're in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now. Lots of action there. NFL draft going on. Lots of things happening in the sports world.
For
Baseball's
sure.
in full swing. So lacrosse is just another one added on. Alex Waugh with the shot on goal. Just left of the pipes. Cadets will maintain possession after winning the chase.
You know, now that we talked about it, now that we talked about Alex Sarraz's behind the back type of thing, I've definitely seen him do that before, and it's a very impressive feat for him to just put it directly where he wants to put it.
Yeah, I think what you meant to say was Chase Moody. Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
There we go. And right back at it, the Cadets score again. Looks like that was number 25, sophomore Dylan Hudson.
Nice.
This is huge. Up 5-3 in this second quarter. Really, being up can be a blessing or a curse, however you decide. Because
for sure.
if you get up too much and let that get to your head, things could fall apart later in the game. And that defense, that offense of the other team that's really just trying their hardest to get back will take over.
Yeah.
But it's also just huge to know, hey, we are in this game.
For
we
sure.
have it.
And if you just I watched the boys come off the field there and do their little celebration dance that they're famous for. And it's so cool to see the morale boost from the Cadets here. You know, everyone's just excited to be on this field tonight. And it's really cool to see just how excited they are to be playing and competing with these rivals.
Definitely. Nico Vega taking it down the field after getting the ball back from a failed face-off. We're going to hang it around at X with EJ Hines. Looking for Alex Waugh, number 35, here on the left side of your screen. And we're going to give it straight to Andrew Boots Nielsen up top. Cadets just settling in here, up with that 5-3 lead. We're going to see a lot more ball movement now. Kind of slower play from these Cadets. Dylan Hudson with a dodge to the goal, shot on, and EJ Hines will recover. Actually, sorry, that was number 5, Chase Moody. Chase is who we were talking about earlier, with the signature back-to-back. And Boots with another goal. That's going to be his 3rd of the night, making the score 6-3. Huge killer.
Look at that.
Killer there.
Wow. Oh my goodness. We just had 3 goals in the past 2 minutes. Absolutely insane. Super impressive from the Cadets. I love how diverse they are. How it isn't just one person scoring every single goal.
Yeah.
That there's so much teamwork happening, and it's between sophomores and seniors, and they're all just putting their effort in tonight. That's amazing.
Yeah. Looks like Cheyenne Mountain's going to take a timeout here to reset and talk about what just happened. Yeah. Like you said, super diverse. We're going to look at a replay right here. Boots with the dodge, straight to the middle, shot on goal, boom, puts it in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Like we said, just super diverse. I made that prediction with Alex Waugh, hat trick tonight. We've already seen that from Boots.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that's what we talk about. Making predictions for these games is so hard, especially with this Cadets offense.
For sure,
right?
yeah.
Moving around, the higher scores really shifts each game, and we're seeing that tonight with Boots putting up 3 goals already. Alex Waugh still searching for his 1st of the night.
Absolutely. And the energy here in the K-Dome is just ecstatic. We have a giant student section here for the Cadets, where the theme tonight, something Hawaiian. We got a lot of lays just all around the crowd, and so much energy. You know, for these Air Academy and Cheyenne games, it's not only the students that show out. Maybe the students don't show out sometimes. It's always the parents. The parents are always here to pack the stands, and there's so much energy and love in all of this, and it's super, super cool, and it's, you know, everyone's feeling it tonight.
Looks like during our break. For those of you guys that don't know, during timeouts, refs will do stick checks, typically on your face-off guys, on your attack guys, and someone on Cheyenne Mountain, their pocket was too deep, whatever it was, the stringing, the lacing, not correct. So that's going to be a flag on the field.
Interesting.
And, if I'm correct, this means that they will start man down.
Interesting. So do they do that? They do it every time out? The refs do it every time out?
Usually anytime they get a break, they'll take one from each team. They'll check the sticks. Because really how you lace your stick, the design there can really impact your shots.
Right.
So there are rules, regulations on that. What's legal, what's not.
Right. And is it something that players will do intentionally, or is it just like it's an accident, the stick gets stretched out? Like what?
Yeah, absolutely. It totally can be an accident. Obviously, wear and tear happens. Your mesh, your netting will get stretched out over time, but that's something you just got to check and keep up on.
Right.
Sometimes you will get people cheating, but that's not something I suspect tonight.
Right.
So yeah, Kadets will start with the ball man up on offense. We're moving it around, slinging the rock. They're going to see if they can get a goal during this play. Number 5, Chase Moody down at X to number 3. EJ Hines moving the ball. Shot on goal by Andrew Nielsen. Just left. Kadets will win this chase to maintain possession.
Air Academy is definitely probably feeling it a little bit. Definitely wanting to get a goal in while Cheyenne is one man down. You only have limited time when it comes to this, so any advantage you have, you definitely want to take advantage of.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, Boots with the drop pass here. There we go. Recovering, though, straight to Alex Serwat, to Dylan Hudson. Back to Chase Moody. Again, a drop pass. Cheyenne Mountain's going to body it, but the Kadets are able to recover. Pressure is on right now for both sides. Cheyenne trying to prevent a goal. Air Academy trying to get that goal with small mistakes adding up. We'll see what happens here. Still, just lots of ball movement from Air Academy, trying to keep this lead up. So if there's no shot on goal, there's no stress. But we'll see what happens here. Back to what we said, just super diverse offense. You're hearing a lot of new names coming in and out every so often. Lots of subbing in it because all these kids are just so talented, so skilled. Shot on goal by Dylan Hudson, saved. And we'll see if Cheyenne Mountain can get the clear off. But no, Air Academy will get the ball right back. Chase Moody on X.
Really keeping pressure on that goal in that Cheyenne defense. They just do not want to give him a moment to let up.
Yeah, Andrew Nielsen, Boots, as they like to call him. There's a story behind that. Maybe we'll get into it a little later. Still on the field. They're keeping him in. Woo! There we go. Shot on goal by Alex Serwat, his first of the night.
Beautiful.
That first of 3 towards that hat trick. We'll see if that happens. Again, I would not be surprised. Alex can be a first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. He can play whatever it is, but he tends to lean towards the second half of that game. That's when those shots go in, and we're near the end of the first half here with his first goal. And that'll make it 7-3 with 4 minutes left in the game.
Kadets are definitely feeling that lead over there. Their sideline's a little bit more excited than the Cheyenne sideline right now. Talking to Noah before the game about, how he feels his guys are feeling with this game, going into this game, and what is going to end up happening tonight. Noah really said that they are looking forward to however it's going to end. Obviously, they always want to win, but they're definitely just going to see whatever happens tonight, and they'll be happy with whatever.
Absolutely. We talked about the team chemistry so much, how much that plays into this. And when you're up, the sideline gets so much energy, right? It's so hard to be active and loud when you're down, and that's what we're seeing from Cheyenne Mountain right now. But Air Academy sideline just going nuts for each goal, celebrating their team and shouting out from the sidelines throughout the game. And that really adds up. That makes such a difference for the people on field, too.
Absolutely.
Also, like you were saying earlier, having the student section, one of the biggest we've seen for a lacrosse game this season, showing out for this luau theme. We got people with fishing rods. We got people with leis and Hawaiian shirts, whatever it is.
Beautiful save there from Air Academy. Number 15 or 16 coming all the way up the field.
With that fast break down the field.
Beautiful.
Transition, nice job on defense. Like I said earlier, looks like they're gonna start to figure out Cheyenne and break them down. This new playbook that we've talked about so much is starting to wear off on the Kadets here. like we said, such a strong defense. They're able to pick up on the cues and the different plays that they got going so quickly, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Absolutely.
Kadets are going to settle in here at X with Boots. He's going to slide around to the side of the goal, giving it to Alex Serwal. Alex Serwal is going to pass it towards the crease, but that pass is going to be mixed up by Cheyenne Mountain. Let's see if they can get a successful clear here tonight. Number 28 taking it up the field for Cheyenne Mountain. Air Academy attackmen are doing everything they can to get a stop before they cross the midline.
And that's going to be Tate Treglia, who is the freshman that we were talking about on Cheyenne, who is playing attack tonight. Absolutely killing it.
See? Yeah. So, yeah, good clear by Cheyenne. Kind of just settling in there. They're going to see if they can get some shots on goal to make up for the loss that they're at right now. I believe Tate Treglia is actually playing pole tonight, whether that's LSN or close defense. It looks like he's playing close, but stayed on for the transition all the way for that fast break during the clear down.
Interesting.
Meaning they must have had someone on the offensive side stay back, so they were not offside with too many men on field.
For sure. And a little bit of refresh from here, from Cheyenne here. Kind of like we were talking about earlier, maybe getting a little bit of grounds, trying to get a play started there. Maybe it appears that there was one coming up the middle. Shot on goal, but was just left. Scotty didn't really have to do anything there. The ball was just off. Looked like Cheyenne was able to put together a bit of a play there, but it's obvious that, they're 4 down. They have a minute left in the second quarter. We're almost at halftime. They definitely want to get some more points on this board. Each team started out really strong, but Air Academy has, had a little bit more ball control lately. Cheyenne definitely wanted to change that.
Absolutely, and there
Look
we
at
go.
that.
Just as you were saying it, spoke just too soon, right? That's going to be number 1, Rhett Kircher with the goal, I believe.
His third or second?
It's
Multiple.
It's too hard to keep track now, right? We got 11 points total on
Absolutely.
the board for both teams here. But just as you were saying, Cheyenne's starting to settle in. They really needed that
For sure.
to get back in the game, see if that sideline will get a little more active, some more support. Cheyenne Mountain actually showed up with a pretty large student section here to compete. They got a blackout theme going on their side.
Interesting.
But yeah, we'll see how loud that gets, how that contributes to the game.
Wow, I haven't seen student sections like this all year, except for football.
Absolutely. I mean,
wow.
And I think that just comes with this rivalry.
Absolutely.
Air Academy headed down to Cheyenne Mountain to play in basketball during the winter season, and we had massive student sections from both sides. Got super loud, probably the loudest I've heard.
Wow, just biting at each other the whole time.
Absolutely, lots of chirping, lots of banter, but that's the love of the game, right? As long as it's not personal, then it's all good, and that's just what the rivalry comes down to here tonight.
Yeah, I can't see a whole lot of seniors down there on our sideline, but maybe they'll get some cheers started. That's always the fun of the game. You definitely want to hear both of those sidelines going back and forth. That's always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We're headed into a timeout right now, looking at some replays of that goal. Rhett Kircher with the celebration after his goal, making it 7-4. Well, like I said, we'll see if Cheyenne Mountain can build off that momentum, especially moving into this second half. We'll see what both teams have to do moving into this halftime, what their coaches are going to say, how they'll come out of the locker rooms performing. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Air Academy, beginning of last season actually, started something new. Rather than going back into the locker rooms, they decided, hey, we're going to stay on the field. And that contributed a lot to their success. They attribute that to that side of things. And what it was is because the moment you step off the field is that you are resetting. You're getting time to kind of just relax and settle down and get into that locker room. And on nights like these where it's cold, right?
Yeah.
The sun is starting to go down. The clouds rolled in. Rain in the forecast. It can be brutal to stay out on the field, but that keeps you on your toes.
Right,
Where
absolutely.
Cheyenne Mountain will head back into the locker room tonight, and they'll warm up, and we'll see if they're able to come out with the same momentum that they had.
Absolutely. And whether they realize that or not, going back into the locker room definitely changes your mindset. 100%. Yes.
No matter whether you're up or down, it can be a blessing or a curse, as I said earlier in this game. So getting straight back into the action, Cheyenne Mountain with the ball down at X number 1, Rhett Kircher. They're just kind of settling in taking things slow as they
Yeah.
look to set something up here to make up for this 3-point deficit. Number 22 is going to slide. That is Henry McMartin.
We got
Nothing going on here.
20 seconds left in this first half. Cheyenne is really trying to make a play happen, really hoping they can put something in the back of the net here. Scotty on his toes.
Yeah, looking at number 3, Liam Morrison here. Back to number 5, Hudson Bailey. Moving the ball around a whole lot. Brett Kircher loses track. Cadets will have the ball to end this possession, and that will be it for the half. We are going into halftime. Cadets up 7-4. Loving the energy from the Air Academy stands right now.
Absolutely.
Absolute silence from Cheyenne Mountain, but we'll see after halftime.
Yeah.
The script could completely flip.
For sure.
Nothing to predict here tonight with this matchup.
Cheyenne has such a playbook that's in the back of their pockets here. We're going to see a replay of one of the previous plays throughout this game. But, you know, we talked about Cheyenne's new playbook, and it's clear that they're putting some things together, which I'm very impressed by. But I'm looking forward to see if they do some more of that, if they see, you know, a positive impact in those plays and see if they do a little bit more of that. Air Academy, like you said, is in the end zone there. They're staying out. So is Cheyenne.
Yeah,
is Cheyenne for halftime.
Cheyenne is gonna do the same, as you said.
Taking a page out of Air Academy's book there.
There we go. There we go. You are seeing a lot more teams starting to do this.
Yeah.
On warm weather games, there's a lot of people that'll stay out, but on these cold weather games, it's super typical to head into the locker room. So seeing that from both teams tonight, we'll see how that contributes to their success going into the second half here.
Absolutely. And in Colorado, you know, winter can be brutal, but we're definitely looking forward to the rest of this game. So stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial break.
I know I should be doing my homework, but I think I'm just going to spend a little more time on social media. Is that supposed to be me? Why would they say this? What am I supposed to do?
Is she talking about us? Oh, she cannot. We have to flame her. And we have to get all of our friends to flame her. Maybe we can get her to leave the school.
Adriana, we can always choose to be kind, and we can always choose to be the bigger person. Wouldn't we feel horrible if all of this turned violent? Of all the self-harm cases that are reported, a quarter of them trace back to cyberbullying. This isn't us. We can rise above and end the cycle.
Loss is devastating. Anyone who has faced grief can tell you how much of a struggle it is to find hope and a positive outcome after a monumental tragedy. For the Air Academy community, navigating tragedy has been a process. The Riley Whitelaw Music Festival has been a staple for 3 years now. Every year, musicians and student council members come together to raise money for the Riley Whitelaw Memorial Fund.
So just kind of helping everyone remember her and the kindness and dedication she had, just carrying that out throughout this event is something that's really important to me.
The Riley Whitelaw Memorial Fund was created after the murder of a 17-year-old Air Academy student. In June 2022, she was found in the back room of a Walgreens. When news of Riley's passing broke, it rattled the school to its core. A year of processing such immense grief left the community searching for a way to memorialize Riley. 3D arts teacher Johnny O'Lonergan treasures the beauty that has risen from the ashes of tragedy.
And then the connection, the community, the relationships, that's what gets you through this. You can't do it by yourself.
When tragedy strikes, the world may keep spinning, but it is forever changed. Riley Whitelaw changed so many people's lives, and the music festival continues her legacy. Riley loved music, participated in theater tech, and the event's trophies used her own artwork. The audience donated to the Memorial Fund while casting votes for their favorite band. And in the end, more than $2,000 were raised for students passionate about the arts. Grief demands to be let out. Allowing the process to unfold can create beauty, even when difficult.
Every day I walk through these halls, they're with me.
I know I should be doing my homework, but I think I'm just gonna spend a little more time on social media. Is that supposed to be me? Why would they say this? What am I supposed to do?
Is she talking about us? Oh, she cannot. We have to flame her. And we have to get all of our friends to flame her. Maybe we can get her to leave the school.
Adriana, we can always choose to be kind, and we can always choose to be the bigger person. Wouldn't we feel horrible if all of this turned violent? Of all the self-harm cases that are reported, a quarter of them trace back to cyberbullying. This isn't us. We can rise above and end the cycle.
Being exposed to various cultures is vital to any high schooler's experience and expands their world perspective. On February 3rd, Air Academy High School hosted a St. Bridget's Night celebration sponsored by the Celtic Culture Club, a newly organized club whose focus is to spread awareness of Celtic traditions and cultures. One of the most fascinating aspects of the night was the Celtic Steps Irish Dance Showcase. The owner and operator of Celtic Steps is Sean Casey, but his top student and Air Academy senior, Leah Grossi, was on hand to lead the exhibition.
Well, we've been teaching Leah forever, I think since she was about 6 years old, and we've seen like so much growth in her technique and her determination.
Leah is a busy young woman with a lot on her plate, learning how to maintain a good work-life-school balance. She has commitments everywhere, but Irish dancing has remained a constant in her life for over a decade.
I don't know, my favorite thing about dancing is just getting to dance and getting to put my rhythm on the floor, my beats, or...
After years of dedication to Irish dancing, Leah's worlds have collided, and she has helped establish a Celtic Culture Club at Air Academy High School.
Leah has accomplished so much in such a short time. Her athletic and extracurricular workload alone would be enough to push most 18-year-olds' boundaries. But for Leah, she continues dancing, not only competing individually, where she has traveled the world winning national titles, but helping build a community at Air Academy where people can celebrate cultures together.
There's different perspectives that people are coming from and backgrounds. And so the more you understand the different types of backgrounds people come from, the more you can appreciate everybody.
So why has Leah Grossi kept up such a commitment over 12 years? Leah's commitment isn't just physical, it's an emotional connection to her mom, who passed away when she was 8.
I'm always dancing for her, looking up at her in heaven, and just really wanting to make her proud.
Most people don't find the thing that makes them hum until well into adulthood, but luckily for Leah, she found it at a very young age. And in addition to a passion, Leah found a family and a community of like-minded people who share her love.
I know I should be doing my homework, but I think I'm just gonna spend a little more time on social media. Is that supposed to be me? Why would they say this? What am I supposed to do?
Is she talking about us? Oh, she cannot. We have to flame her. And we have to get all of our friends to flame her. Maybe we can get her to leave the school.
Adriana, we can always choose to be kind, and we can always choose to be the bigger person. Wouldn't we feel horrible if all of this turned violent? Of all the self-harm cases that are reported, a quarter of them trace back to cyberbullying. This isn't us. We can rise above and end the cycle.
Loss is devastating. Anyone who has faced grief can tell you how much of a struggle it is to find hope and a positive outcome after a monumental tragedy. For the Air Academy community, navigating tragedy has been a process. The Riley Whitelaw Music Festival has been a staple for 3 years now. Every year, musicians and student council members come together to raise money for the Riley Whitelaw Memorial Fund.
So just kind of helping everyone remember her and the kindness and dedication she had, just carrying that out throughout this event is something that's really important to me.
The Riley Whitelaw Memorial Fund was created after the murder of a 17-year-old Air Academy student. In June 2022, she was found in the back room of a Walgreens. When news of Riley's passing broke, it rattled the school to its core. A year of processing such immense grief left the community searching for a way to memorialize Riley. 3D arts teacher Johnny Olanogan treasures the beauty that has risen from the ashes of tragedy.
And then the connection, the community, the relationships, that's what gets you through this. You can't do it by yourself.
When tragedy strikes, the world may keep spinning, but it is forever changed. Riley Whitelaw changed so many people's lives, and the music festival continues her legacy. Riley loved music, participated in theater tech, and the event's trophies used her own artwork. The audience donated to the Memorial Fund while casting votes for their favorite band. And in the end, more than $2,000 were raised for students passionate about the arts. Grief demands to be let out. Allowing the process to unfold can create beauty, even when difficult.
Every day I walk through these halls, they're with me.
Welcome back to Kadet Sports Live. We are heading straight into the second half tonight with Air Academy up 7-4 against Cheyenne Mountain. Looking to see what Cheyenne's going to do. That's starting out the second half, right? Making up that 3-point deficit that they've been in most of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute just rager of a game. It has been so aggressive, so exciting in every single way. There's so much energy on these sidelines here. We've had more people just filing in throughout the game. And Air Academy is going to, it looks like Cheyenne's going to come away with the ball here.
Cheyenne comes away with a fast break downfield. Mix up at the crease. Looks like it's a crease violation. It'll be Kadet's ball on the clear. Thomas Young bringing it up the right side of the field at the bottom of your screen here tonight. Crosses the midline, taking it all the way. Will he have a shot on goal? No, looks like he's going to settle and move it around. That is Chase Moody bringing it up the right side.
These Kadets definitely need to refresh a little bit, same way that Cheyenne was doing last half. They definitely need to get their grounds, maybe do a play, maybe get some more goals in the back of the net, or the ball in the back of the net. And I think they definitely need to take a breather, but still be aggressive, because Cheyenne is definitely looking for a goal for sure.
For sure. I think we're going to see a lot of aggressiveness from Cheyenne moving into the second half. As they're fighting, like we've said multiple times now, but gotta keep it kind of toned down. Air Academy has capitalized on those power plays or man-up plays, whatever you want to call it, and so that's really been biting them in the butt.
For sure.
Cheyenne's kind of been killing themselves tonight. But we'll see if Cheyenne starts to get chippy, that might get a reaction out of the Kadets too.
Yeah.
So we'll see where things go, especially as the game will continue to wind down.
For sure, absolutely. And I mean, this game has gone by so fast. Like, I can't believe that it's already the second half of this game in the third quarter. Really looking forward to seeing if Cheyenne changes anything up. If they, kind of stop beating themselves in the butt here and maybe do some more of those plays. When Cheyenne is able to get a play to happen, they've been successful every single time. That's when they put their goals. That's when they put the ball in the back of the net, is when they've done those plays that they've worked on so hard.
Absolutely. And we're going to see if that's going to happen right now. That's number 5, Hudson Bailey, bringing the ball around the far side of the field to number 1, Rhett Kircher.
But as we were talking about, Air Academy's just legendary defense here, really doing a good job of keeping Cheyenne on the outskirts of that goal here.
Most definitely. Cheyenne Mountain kind of settling in. Like you said, maybe working to get a play in here, right? They just need something, whatever it is. Shot on goal, just like we said.
There it is.
Right to the center of the field. They buried the pole right there. Jackson Schiffer unable to make the play, make the stop. Scotty.
We're going to see it one more time. Just absolutely impressive. Exactly the play that I was talking about. Cheyenne is clearly finding success in that playbook. Noah mentioned that he actually talked about when we were talking pregame, just off camera, was that he was nervous that was going to be a weak side of Cheyenne tonight, that they didn't know their playbook. But clearly, that is kind of what is getting them all of these points tonight.
Definitely. And I mean, as we're wrapping up the regular season, that's going to be a trip. That looks like that's going to be a trip. Oh,
flat
it is
out
not.
On the ground.
So that was completely clean. It looks like Cheyenne Mountain not only won the face-off there, but will maintain possession after that little fuss up, that little trip we had there. So Boots starting out with the ball at the top, swings it around to Dylan Hudson. Now to Nico Vega. Nico putting up that what was that, second goal of the night, I believe. Absolute stud for a sophomore.
For sure.
And got some lettuce on his head, that kid. I'll tell ya. Got some lettuce, love it. Got the curls. I remember even earlier this year during one of our football games, they buzzed his head at the game. Yep.
No.
Legendary night. Love that kid. He's a little devious. He's a legend. But,
Shot on goal there from number 35 for Air Academy, Alex Serwa, who we've been talking about all game, but was just right of the post there.
Yeah, Alex Serwal looking to get another goal tonight. Maybe he will get that hat trick, as mentioned earlier. But whatever the Cadets are doing on offense has clearly been working. So
absolutely,
I'm assuming they're just looking to keep it up. Nico Vega dodging it to the right, to the goal, back to X. They're going to swing it around up top. Boots with the ball, and a flag is thrown. We're going to look at what that is. Looks like Cheyenne Mountain.
Ooh.
What's
that?
I believe that was a slash.
Okay.
Is what we're looking at there.
And what is that?
A slash. So terminology you'll see in both hockey and lacrosse.
Right.
Anytime someone whips their stick unintentionally at somebody, in lacrosse you were able to hit kind of in the forearm area.
Because I noticed they
elbow
hit
down.
a lot.
That is legal. That's why you have arm protectors, stuff like that. Any other part of your body, right? Your legs, your shoulders, your neck and head area, especially. Those are more significant fouls. There's different timings for how long someone has to spend in the box. But in terms of how penalties work, very similar across the board for lacrosse and hockey.
Interesting.
Shot on goal by number 22, Nico Vega, the sophomore legend, as I was just talking about.
Absolutely.
Puts
Oh
one
my
in the back of
gosh.
the net.
Beautiful. We're going to see it. Oh, just kidding. I wanted to see it one more time, but that's okay. Making it 8-5 with the Cadets leading. We keep talking about this score here, but it's very clear that no matter the gap, it does not matter. 8-5 is nothing. The way that both of these teams are putting up points just back to back, no lead is going to be comfortable for either of these teams. They have to keep fighting, and I love that the tempo has just stayed the same the entire game, and they're just staying aggressive.
Most definitely. I wish I could remember which game it was off the top of my head, but earlier this season, real quick, taking a pause, fast break down the field. That is number 4 on Cheyenne Mountain, swinging it around. Nothing happening there. Cheyenne's very quick pace right now, but not too much going on. Now they will settle in. As I was saying, just a few weeks back, Air Academy had a game neck and neck. I believe it was either 2-2 or 3-3 going into half. A team that they should have been dominating, right? And very skeptical going into half. Had some words to say in the locker room and whatnot. But past that, second half, absolutely dominated. Obviously came out on top, keeping up that undefeated record. So like we said, 8-5 is not something Cheyenne can't come back, right? It's still only a 3-point deficit for both of these teams, both very good teams now and historically.
Yeah.
That is certainly a realistic accomplishment for them to look out for.
Absolutely. And Cheyenne's going to kind of settle right in the middle here. That's going to be number 1 for Cheyenne, Rhett Kircher. But, yeah, it definitely looks like I hope, but I also know the way that this Cadet team plays, there's no world in which they're going to get comfortable and they're going to relax with this lead. They know enough. The seniors on this team are smart enough to be like, yo, we have to keep going. We have to keep pushing.
Yeah. That's Thomas Young with the goose to get the ball back. And the Cadets will settle in here for the clear. Scott Cox moving the ball upfield to Logan Austin, who will bring it up the right side towards the goal. Logan Austin on a break. No contestant.
Oh!
Cheyenne Mountain breaks it up. Alex Sherwal gets it right back. Shot on goal, but saved. Right for 0. Walt Cameron.
My goodness.
Cheyenne Mountain will now have the ball, looking for a clear. Cadets getting it right back. Ball's down on the ground. Scuffle here. Who will come out on top? And a whistle is blown. What is the outcome here?
Oh.
Not too sure what's happening. Looks like they're going to give Cheyenne Mountain the ball here, and they will sub off to get some offensive players in.
Interesting, yeah.
We'll see if they can make something happen.
Beautiful play there by the Cheyenne goalie, able to save that.
Logan Austin stepping up to make the play. Number 3, Liam Morrison, gets right past him towards the goal, but nothing happens there. Cheyenne Mountain's going to settle in now. slow things down. Number 3. Again, Leah Morrison looking for a shot on goal.
Big shove there by Cheyenne.
Air Academy looking to break things up before they settle in here now. Slowing things down. Everyone's obviously hyped up on energy. Aggression is peaking.
For sure. And Cheyenne doing a very, very good job at, it feels like each time the Air Academy tries to make a pass, Cheyenne is right there in the middle. Every single time, trying to intercept that ball every time.
Absolutely. Cheyenne Mountain settling in, looking for a shot on goal. Scott saves a shot by number 20, Sage Bowen. And if I'm correct, I would believe that Sage is Coach Bowen's son. Same last name, shared last name there. Could be wrong on that front, but looks like I'm getting confirmation up here in the booth that that has been fact checked. That is good.
Yeah.
So things slowing down here. Another whistle. A little miscommunication. Looks like still going to be Cheyenne ball here. Not too sure what happened there.
A lot of
coach is a little
coming
confused.
off.
Sideline a little confused. Everyone's kind of subbing in. Looks like that the clear whatever was happening there was unsuccessful. So Air Academy will bring out their defense again. Cheyenne their offense to match that. And here we go. Action's underway again. That's Rhett Kircher bringing it up. Passes to number 2, Weber Rowell. Weber's looking for a shot here, maybe. Settling up at top. Number 18, Teague Roberts. Bringing it down. Shot on goal. Ooh, and it's going to be deflected. Looks like Nico Vega ate that one. Absolutely brutal. You'll see a bruise on that leg later tonight.
You know how I can tell the lacrosse players walking through the hallways? By all the bruises on their legs.
Absolutely.
Every time.
Especially if you're, actually, regardless of what position you're playing.
Yeah.
You're getting sticks left and right.
If you're
getting ball,
good.
taking balls. Oh, yeah. Well,
if you're good, you have more bruises probably.
Absolutely. Cheyenne Mountain still with possession here. Here's Teague bringing it up. Absolutely getting shut down by sophomore Nico Vega. Oh! And their defense absolutely clobbers number 20, Sage Bowen. Oh my goodness, I think we had all 3 pulls on him at once.
Wow.
Absolutely brutal.
This is the Air Academy defense we've been talking about all game.
Again, like I said, absolutely dominant. They're killers out on the field, obviously metaphorically. There we go, Nico Vega shutting it down again. Such aggression. Shot on goal. Deflected outside top right of the post.
It's interesting to really pay attention because Scotty Cox gets so much credit for, deflecting every single one of these goals, and it's really, really impressive. But I feel like it's also the way that his defense is there for him every single time. It's very impressive, the teamwork that goes on this close to the net for the Cadets.
Yeah, obviously, Scotty is the last line of defense, so he has to save everything that's coming to him. But without a good defense, that makes a goalie's job incredibly difficult. So Air Academy's team just super blessed to have a very skilled team on all fronts.
For sure.
And we're looking at a lot of the same from Cheyenne here tonight, right? Their defense is still looking to figure out Air Academy's offense. It's just so hard how quick they are with those slides, but we'll see as the night goes on if they're able to pick them apart a little better.
Whoop.
Cheyenne Mountain moving the ball around. That was Thomas Young breaking apart that last pass. And they're just going to settle in here. They're going to settle in, try and set something up, make a play happen.
Yeah.
That seemed to be what's working for them. Oh, Thomas Young.
Wow.
With the overhead hook.
Yeah.
To try and get that away. Unsuccessful, but Cheyenne Mountain still maintains possession.
Another shot on goal from Cheyenne Mountain. It's exactly what you want to see. It's exactly what their coach on the sideline wants to see. You want to keep making those shots, and you want to keep making those plays happen.
Absolutely. And, Cheyenne's now at X here. Kind of trying to fake out our defense, see if they can get a slide around the goal, get a shot just around the pipe. But Air Academy's not going to bite. That is number 1, Devin Baker on the defense there. Such close defense. Devin is actually committed to play football in college. he's going to be attending Adams State for football. They're Division II. So like we said, lots of multi-sport athletes playing on different environments. But that aggression, right, probably just comes from that football background. So we love to see it. He's playing great defense tonight.
And I got to talk to one of my close friends plays JV for the boys lacrosse, and I got to talk to his parents earlier, and they were talking about how all the football players were like, yeah, let's play lacrosse. We need the aggression back.
Absolutely. That was a shot on goal by number 1, Rhett Kircher, saved by Scotty Cox. But yeah, as you were saying, we had a lot of guys from the football team come out this year for tryouts.
Which you always want to see. You always want to see the new players coming out to try something new.
For sure, yeah. You love to see it, like you said, that aggression super big for both sides, for both football and lacrosse. And that's what we're seeing here tonight from our Kadets defense, and that's what's working out and getting those stops.
Absolutely. And if you notice, we just spent the last couple minutes down by the Air Academy goal, and Cheyenne was just not able to put one in. That is definitely an impressive feat by the Air Academy defense.
Yeah, we talked about adjusting early on in the game. Air Academy was struggling to figure out this new Cheyenne offense with the new playbook. But as I said, they've adjusted. They picked up on it quickly, and just absolutely lights out defense from here on out. We'll see if that'll continue tonight. Boots trying to get away. Shot on goal just outside. Air Academy will win the chase. That's number 5, Chase Moody. He will bring the ball in for the Cadets.
We got about a minute left in this third quarter here. Not much has happened in the past few minutes here. Just really equal competition. Let's see if the Cadets can make something happen this close to the Cheyenne goal.
Absolutely. They're going to try and get something in here before the third quarter ends. That'd be a great way to end it off. Send it into a quick timeout.
Ooh,
and
beautiful
Jay
catch.
Hines is going to catch it as he falls back, tripping up. Oh, Chase Moody with a shot on goal. That was a no-looker until the last minute, but it's going to be wide left.
That was a really, really smart way to sneak one in there. I feel like those work a lot of the time.
Absolutely, and back to that Alex Serbaugh hat trick that we were predicting for tonight. What I've seen from Cheyenne Mountain, they're really putting an emphasis on him tonight. He's a lethal player on offense. Like we said, he's committed to Lemoyne College for lacrosse, where he will be playing, at a D1 level.
Yeah.
So he obviously had a huge target on his back. That's probably why we're not seeing too many goals on him. As Boots, Andrew Nielsen, as he's put up more goals, that we've seen a shift to an emphasis on him in terms of Cheyenne's defense. But now transitioning to the offensive side of things, Cheyenne's going to try and make something happen here. Drop pass. Air Academy putting on the pressure, trying to close out this third quarter, and they will.
Nice.
Straight into a timeout here before we transition into the fourth quarter. This will be a good reset. This is what Cheyenne needs to talk and communicate.
Absolutely.
Into this last quarter.
And definitely, I mean, Cadets are still leading by 3. Am I correct? Did we score any goals in the third quarter? Were any goals scored?
No, we're 0.
Wow, yeah.
We're 0-0 in the second half so far. Coaches come out in the second half saying, "Hey, 0-0. Scoreboard doesn't matter, right?"
For sure.
But we're still seeing that. We're still seeing that right now, and this is what we meant by close game, right?
Yeah.
As teams have adjusted, like we said, these are 2 completely different teams, and as they figured each other out, now in this second half, it's a shutout on both ends.
For sure. And was your prediction 9 to 6?
I believe so. We're actually
that's insane.
We're actually real close right now.
Man.
So we'll see how this game closes out. But
I'm gonna be so impressed if your prediction is dead on. Yeah, absolutely impressive on both sides here. It's very clear that Cheyenne came out fighting and was not going to let Air Academy get anything. They were not giving them any room to breathe, which, I mean, you want to see on both sides. That's exactly what you want to see. Tempo has not slowed down, and in a game like this, you don't want it to slow down. I mean, we're already in the fourth quarter of this game. Nothing should change. They should still be as aggressive as they were the second that they got out on the field. definitely, I'm excited to see, maybe there's going to be more plays on both sides. Maybe they're just going to stay with the way they've been playing. I'm curious to see what the coach just said to them.
I would anticipate a lot of the same things from Air Academy. They figured
Yeah.
out what's working.
Right.
Cheyenne Mountain, hard to keep up the energy moving into the end of this game, right? You've been
Yeah.
down for so long. Your sideline, right? Your sideline most likely not too loud at this point.
Right.
These cold temperatures, right? It all adds up.
Yeah.
It gets to your
Yeah,
head.
absolutely.
There's only so much you can put up with. But if they want to stay in this, if they want a chance of winning, they really need to keep
Yeah.
the energy up
And
to keep fighting.
It's 3 points. That's
Exactly.
nothing. That is
Yes.
nothing. They scored. Each team was able to score 3 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. Like
Right.
that. Definitely, this is no reason for Cheyenne to be disappointed. No reason for them to have their head down. Nothing.
Right.
They should keep it going for sure.
Absolutely. Anything could change right throughout this game. We could be 1 minute left, and Cheyenne could come back, could make those 3 goals.
Absolutely.
That's not something I've seen that many times before from multiple teams, and Cheyenne is certainly capable of it. Liam Young winning that faceoff, going to hold on to the ball, take it down, but Cheyenne with the take away. Liam Young now looking to get it away.
Missed pass upfield goes straight to Air Academy there.
Air Academy going to take it up. Oh, and looks like Cheyenne will maintain possession. Not sure what happened there. Didn't get a clear view of that for you guys. But it will be Cheyenne ball. Liam Young comes off the field after a bit of a mix-up as our fogo here tonight. But again, Liam Young, super fantastic player. Done absolutely great things this year. Started last year as a freshman. Younger brother of Thomas Young, following in fantastic footsteps. Obviously, starting as a freshman is not an easy thing, but he did a great job of it so far.
For sure.
He's 53% at faceoff for draws won. That's a great number.
Wow, yeah.
About a month ago, he hit career records of 100 ground balls and 250 faceoffs won.
Wow.
And for a sophomore, about a little more than halfway through your season, that's great. And we'll see that success continue into the playoffs, hopefully, for these cadets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheyenne Mountain is going to have the ball here, moving it around X as we move into this 4th quarter. Again, quick movements. Looks like the energy is high on this offense, but the Cadets' defense is just not giving up, and that's what will lead to their success. Cheyenne Mountain trying to dodge right, left, nothing getting by. That's number 1, Devin Baker with the shutdown defense. Cheyenne will get the ball back, keeping it at X. Logan Austin making the play. Cheyenne 4th quarter from Cheyenne Mountain. Here we go, number 2 from Cheyenne Mountain.
Oh,
Up
long
top,
shot
Weber
to
Rowell.
goal. Wow.
And that's going to be around the pipes too far.
Cheyenne definitely needing to reset a little bit here. Let's take a breather, definitely try to make a play happen. That shot on goal from all the way almost the sideline is a very desperate shot. You do not want to make those unless you know you can make them, and he's just, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, it's a recurring theme, a recurring topic tonight. Almost all of Cheyenne's goals have been when they've slowed down and set up that play. And, you'll see them slow down, and then it picks right back up with the organization and the coordination there. Another shot on goal just far, but Cheyenne will win the chase. If they're able to set something up, then maybe they'll get a taste of that success again. Another goal on the board, making it 8-6. But so far, this Kadet's defense has just figured them out, has pinpointed exactly where they're at. Shot on goal again, too far wide. It looks like Kadets will win the chase this time. No.
Oh,
that's an interesting call by the ref. They'll call Cheyenne Mountain for your team. It's not any part of your body. It's the furthest limb of you, I guess you could say, in your stick counts towards that. So if you're a pull and you're way out there, then you're good to go. A shot just wide left from Cheyenne. And again, Cheyenne wins the chase. Fans extremely upset with these calls.
I mean, it's a very interesting call.
Yeah, I mean, we'll leave it up to the refs to call this game. But like you said, some interesting calls being made in this 4th quarter.
For sure.
Air Academy fans still kind of upset here, but Nico Vega is going to take it down the right side for us and see if this offense can settle in and make something happen. Like I've said, looks like Air Academy's offense, they figured things out, but as we head into the end of this game, right, 8 minutes remaining, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see too many shots on goal from them now.
Right.
Settling in, kind of just trying to eat up that clock. High school lacrosse has no shot clock, so they can stay here as long as they want, as long as Cheyenne does not challenge them.
Interesting.
Here we go. Air Academy with the ball difficulties. Alex Serval, shot on goal. So close, just left.
It appears that Air Academy is not satisfied. They definitely want more goals in the back of the net. They definitely want to increase their lead because we've talked about how Cheyenne, any losses have been so close this year, and they have had an enormous amount of wins as well.
Alex Serval, another shot on goal.
There it is.
But it's not going to be good. Well, Cameron with the save. Air Academy Cadets disagreed. They thought it went in, but apparently not. Cheyenne on a fast break, moving the ball around. Cadets defense has settled in now. The ball's going to swing around to the far side of the field as Cheyenne settles in, looking for a play. Air Academy subs in Carson Brandt, number 30. You'll see him going to the top of the crease. Really settling in here as what they call they refer to it as yellow, right? That's the period where you're substituting. So you'll hear on the sidelines, yellow, yellow, yellow. And once they're even, right, they have the people on the field they need, then they're green. They're good to go.
Okay.
They got the green light to do what they need to do.
Interesting.
That's why we keep seeing these pauses between clears and rides and whatnot.
Oh, another broken stick there for Air Academy.
Absolutely brutal. Another sacrifice tonight. Not typical in matchups like these, though, where it's very aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cheyenne still looking to make something happen here. Moving the ball around, seeing lots of movement. But really, the time is running out for this team. We need to see something. Number 18, Teague Roberts, moving it around, trying to dodge, can't get anywhere. Cadet's defense stopping him at every point. Here we go. Rhett Kirscher moving it down, bringing it to the middle, shot on goal. Looks like that one was broken up before it even got out.
Nice.
Scott Cox has the ball, working the clear. Jackson Schiffer will now take it up, looking for some help midfield. Scotty is going to bring it up near in midfield. Cheyenne's going to challenge here, getting it out to Logan. They're really getting, they're really trying everything they can.
Wow.
Logan Austin with a little bit of difficulties here. Cheyenne breaking it up.
Double team there from Cheyenne.
That'll be a timeout from the Cadets, I believe. Oh, never mind. I'm mistaken. Yeah.
What?
Not too sure what we got going on here. A little pause in play as the refs figure things out. It's going to be Cheyenne ball still here. And now we are underway.
Interesting.
Teague Roberts with the ball. Really not too much going on here. Not much to commentate on without being too repetitive, without repeating myself, right? We've seen a lot of the same offense in here for the Cheyenne Mountain Hawks, right?
Yep.
Not too much substitution there. And a shot just left. Cheyenne keeps the ball. We mentioned earlier, right? The Cadets offense has just subbed out so much. You've seen goals from all sorts of different guys.
For sure.
We haven't seen the same from Cheyenne.
Not at
same
all.
scores overall. Just a lot of different things on that front. Just getting news in here in the booth. Some breaking news. This is not something you normally cover during a game. There were just shots fired at a White House event.
Oh my goodness.
This is huge news here in the U.S. Obviously, tensions high, conflicts in the Middle East. Unsure at this time if that is related, but we will see. But focusing back in on this game, just a shot on goal by Rhett Kirscher.
Wow.
Bringing back the momentum for
bringing us
Cheyenne Mountain
right
Hawks.
back to the activity of this game. Absolutely incredible. We were kind of waiting for them to do that. You know, they were having reset a little bit, trying to make a play happen. We're able to put one in the back of the net. It is now 8-6. So Cheyenne is only down 2, but we have 5 minutes left in this game, and there is nothing else remaining, and we are waiting. Maybe the Kadets, I mean, they've been going back and forth kind of all game, so we'll see if the Kadets are able to put one in the back of the net. But, you know, Cheyenne needed this for their momentum, definitely. They definitely needed this motivation to get things started.
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge for Cheyenne Mountain. 2 goals in 5 minutes is certainly doable. They figured it out. They knew what they needed to do, and if they can do it again 2 more times, then it'll be all tied up. And that's certainly what they're looking for, if not a win. So here's Nico Vega taking it downfield on a fast break. Maybe not. Cheyenne Mountain shuts it down.
Wow.
Bouncing it back out up top. Kadet's now settling in Dylan Hudson with the ball to Alex Serwal. Alex Serwal taking it up the left side. Back to X. EJ Hines giving it to Chase Moody. Still looking for some action from Chase tonight. Maybe a behind the back, as we mentioned earlier, if he gets the opportunity. But looks like he's been hanging around at X. Nico driving up to Chase Moody. Boots looking for the shot. Dodge. Nope.
Wow.
Cheyenne shutting it down. Their defense has really stepped it up
For
here in this
sure.
4th quarter. Dylan Hudson dodging left, looking for a shot on goal. And it's just deflected by the goalie to the right.
Into the ground, it looked like, just trying to get something off there. Cheyenne defense is really putting in the work here. A lot of pressure on Nico Vega. Every single time he has the ball, they are shoving him almost out of bounds. Like, they are really, really killing it, staying on the man they need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eric County with a shot overhead.
Beautiful jump shot there, but wasn't able to secure it.
Not something super typical. You see coaches probably not too happy with that one, just because that is such a hard shot. But really just looking to settle down here. Getting one more on the board would be certainly helpful to the Kadets securing kind of that lead. But no, a save
Wow.
from Cheyenne's goalie number 0, Walt Cameron. And they will bring it
Cheyenne.
back. Fast break, shot on goal, and a make. Absolutely great momentum from Cheyenne here, making it a 1-point game. 8-7. Kadet's still on top, but maybe not for long.
Oh my gosh. Came all the way down the middle of the field, had a one-on-one with Scotty Cox. We're going to see it one more time. Scotty just could not react fast enough.
Absolutely. We talked about the importance of having your defense. Scotty should be the last line, and there was just no one there to help him out. I believe that was number 5, Hudson Bailey, with the goal. Huge for Cheyenne.
Wow.
Stands are rumbling.
Cheyenne stands are.
We're looking at 3 minutes 26 left in the game.
1 down, 1 point in between either of these teams winning. We're going to take a little pause. Refs are confused again, maybe. Absolutely insane. This is the momentum that Cheyenne was looking for. Let's see if Kadets can put a stop to this.
Yeah, we are no longer in sight of that 9-6 prediction, but we're still pretty close, right?
Cheyenne again up the
with
middle.
The fast break. Here we go, settling in though as they substitute off, getting their offensive guys on the field. One more goal to tie it up. Can they do it? The sidelines are buzzing. The fans are crazy. Let's see what happens here. Everybody on
Cheyenne,
the edge of their seats.
Yeah, Cheyenne really putting some time in next to Air Academy's goal. Scott hopefully keeping his head up. These goals been scored on him have not just been lucky shots. It is because of the skull or the oh my gosh, the ability of these Cheyenne players.
Absolutely, these fast breaks, like I mentioned early this game last year, that's really what they capitalized on. And we've seen it again here tonight, right? It's those fast breaks, it's settling in, making sure that Air Academy's defense doesn't have the time, the chance to help Scott out there. Looking at a timeout here with 2:37 left.
Absolutely.
Both teams obviously have big discussions to make here.
For sure,
as they settle
absolutely.
in for the end of this game.
And this is, you know, frankly, what we expected to see from Cheyenne. This is such a crazy game. And, you know, this sudden burst of energy and goals, we're going to see a couple of them one more time, I think. But, you know, this is exactly what we expected from Cheyenne for such an important game. And the Kadets, like, maybe it doesn't feel like they've let up a whole lot, but maybe there has been that subconscious, oh, hey, we're in the lead. Let's take a little bit of step back, take a breather. No. Cannot have that in a game like this. Cheyenne was only 1 down, and you have over 2.5 minutes left. That is more than enough time for anything to happen at this point.
Yeah, and like we just saw in that replay, the Kadets defense was on the chase, and that's not what you want to see, right? You want to be down there before the offense has the chance to get to the goal, right? You want to be there to make that stop, and as soon as you are on the chase, that's where it goes downhill.
Yeah.
Obviously, Scotty with that last line of defense, just it's hard in those one-on-one situations for a goalie. That's your hardest moments here. We're seeing the Cheyenne Mountain student section with their blackout theme. They really showed out tonight for an away game.
Yeah.
But here we go, looking to get started back into the action. So much could happen here in these last 2.5 minutes.
Absolutely. You know, I'm kind of curious, did every Cheyenne student have to fill out a form to get on base? Or are
You know
they
what?
just...
That's a great question, right? Obviously, Air Academy here on the United States Air Force Academy, base restrictions are a little bit unique here. So if you're a visitor or a guest, you have to fill out a pass just to get on base. So great question. And if they did, that's a lot of commitment from them. So
just,
great question
just
there.
a curiosity there.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting this back rolling here with Air Academy up the middle. Ooh!
That's going to be Andrew Boots Nielsen getting away in some free space. Now going to settle in towards the restraining line. Nico Vega up top with the ball around to Dylan Hudson. Dylan's going to move towards the goal, pass it back to X. Straight back to Dylan. Dylan, such a fighter, such a great player. Played some varsity last year, had some goals. Shot on there. Going to be a little bit too far right. And Air Academy will win the chase, maintain possession. Super critical are these chases in these last 2 minutes, right?
Air Academy player down in the X there.
Yeah, Chase Moody getting tripped up there. Nothing they can't handle, though. Right back into the action, looking to set a pick. Now, E.J. Hines has 2 players on him. The ball gets out. Cheyenne Mountain gets it. Looking to make a clear whistle blown. It sounds like Cheyenne ball. They call a timeout.
Was
just
that
before
the
Cadets get
goalie?
away.
Or
no, I don't
no!
believe
Oh my
so.
gosh!
I believe that was number 8, Connor Cavaney, with that takeaway there. So.
Oh man, cannot let this game get away from you. I think that's all these teams are. Or these teams are definitely going to use some timeouts in this last minute or so because you do not want it to get away like that. You do not want everything to get wily. You definitely want to score some goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now that it's such a close game, such energy from both sides, not only in the sidelines, also in the stands. It's getting crazy, right? Energy meets energy. That could be a recipe for disaster. That could be a recipe for a lot of different things, right?
Absolutely.
But that's certainly going to make it more tough. And the team that really comes out on top here is just going to be the team that communicates the best, right?
Absolutely,
It's going to be really high-paced. Everyone's going to be trying to get their shot in, right? Ball's going to be moving quickly. So whoever has the clearest communication coming out of this timeout, right, whatever they've discussed, now it's time to execute. Now it's time to make something happen. Get that shot in goal for Cheyenne or for Air Academy. Stopping it, slowing it down, eating up the clock.
I'm looking forward to see if maybe one of these teams is going to come out with a play that they're immediately going to execute. Hey, let's immediately get something off the bat and score a point. I'm curious if either team is going to do that here or if we're going to see a little bit of back and forth like we've seen.
Right, and it could go either way here for Cheyenne Mountain. A lot of times it's nice to just settle back, get that last goal in before the clock expires, but right now they're down by 1.
Yeah.
So if they can get a goal in here, that'll tie it up, put them in a nice spot. If they can get a second one in even, that's the win. Rather than going into overtime, having some trouble with passing here. Balls everywhere.
Absolutely
in the back. There's going to be no flag, though.
Wow.
Unless, let's wait and see the refs call it Air Academy ball. No flag on the play, however. Normally that would be a huge call, and Cheyenne Mountain would be man down. It doesn't look
insane.
like it right now.
That was 3 guys against number 35, Alex Serwa, banged him to the ground.
And Alex Serwa isn't going to take that lightly.
Absolutely
right?
not.
This guy remembers things like that, and so you'll see him come out here with some big aggression. Would expect a shot on goal, some pushes, some shoves here and there.
For sure.
Super excited to see what is going to happen. 1:23 left.
I mean, that's this game. This is the game. This is why the stands are so packed. This is why we have both student sections, because this is a rivalry game. Air Academy and Cheyenne are so aggressive when it comes to these games and these sports. Every sport. It is such a competitive game. And this is just, I mean, so much excitement. If we weren't up here in the booth, me and you would be on the sideline. I am like, it's so exciting to see this game. Cheyenne is down by 1, but clearly nothing has changed about them. They're even more aggressive than when they started. Definitely want to see from the Kadets, Alex Serwa, bring it out for sure.
And as we have a moment to pause, just big thanks to our crew that is out here tonight making this production happen, right? A lot of these people have been out here since noon, right? We're talking 7-8 hours in the clock, more to come. So just everyone putting in the work. It's a brisk night. It's
absolutely
not forgiving conditions for these people, but they're doing a fantastic job bringing you guys this live coverage
absolutely
of the game.
And we don't do that enough. We don't thank our people enough, that's for sure. And we will definitely be doing that more. But yeah, it's such an exciting game, and I'm so glad that we're all here for it. The stands are, everyone is on their feet. Everyone is feeling this energy and this excitement.
Yeah, here we go. Air Academy trying to make something happen. Boots with the ball sliding left and right. Air Academy really settling in. Looks like they're trying to eat some clock rather than make it happen. We're now under a minute. Cheyenne bringing the pressure. Here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Who will come out on top? Will it be sent into overtime? Air Academy maintaining possession of the ball, moving it around the field. Here we go up top with number 25, Dylan Hudson. Staying in, sliding past Cheyenne players.
Cheyenne being super aggressive with their defense, not trying to let anything through here.
Yep. Air Academy maintaining possession. Under 30 seconds now. The pressure is on for Cheyenne Mountain. Dylan Hudson up top, moving it to Nico Vega. Back to X. Chase Moody with the ball. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds left. Huge check. There's the aggression we're talking about.
Oh, my goodness.
Clock will stop. 12 seconds left. Cheyenne ball.
Wow.
Can they make it happen?
Just
can't make the pass.
Way long shot. 9 seconds left in this game. Everyone is on their feet. I am out of my chair. Oh my goodness. We're going to see it. No, just kidding. We're not going to see it one more time. Wow. Just so much aggression from both teams. Cheyenne is really doing anything they can. And if that means it's illegal, it is.
Absolutely. I mean, and turns out that check was completely illegal, right?
Crazy.
You'll see things like that. You'll even see yard sales. Here we go with that replay. Down on the field, live coverage.
There it is.
Boom, smacked.
Wow.
And see the reason that's legal, front side. You didn't get him fully extending his arms, right? Hands together on his stick. So that'll be all right.
Completely legal.
And I'm not too sure. We'll see coming out from this timeout. I believe Cheyenne Mountain got a timeout off before that pass, so they will maintain possession with 11 seconds to make something happen.
Wow. So you said Cheyenne will have possession.
Correct. If they got that timeout off in time, they will maintain possession. Air Academy need to make a stop, but more importantly, Cheyenne Mountain needing to score a goal.
Absolutely. Both of these teams feeling the pressure, feeling the energy right now. Nothing is going to stop them. I think, these players just need to find it in themselves in these moments. This is when sports is so exciting. This is why I love this thing so much, is that these boys have to find it in themselves. Okay, we have to keep them from scoring, okay, or we have to score, like whatever it is, but it's like so much excitement, and you just have to play for these last 11 seconds and give it everything you've got.
Definitely. We're going to dive back into the action here, right? 11 seconds left. This is a nail-biter, ladies and gentlemen. 1 point difference. A lot can happen with these 11 seconds left. Can Cheyenne make it happen? We will see.
11 seconds left. Cheyenne down by 1.
Here we go. And the action commences. Clock is running. Clearing it downfield, but no, Air Academy gets the ball. Thomas Young, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Shot on goal last minute. That's going to be the game. Air Academy will win it.
Beautiful shot on goal. Sorry, guys.
Incredible. The stands are going wild. The student section is going crazy. Air Academy with the celebration. They're going nuts. That last-minute goal.
Holy cow. Goalie wasn't even in goal. He didn't even expect that at all from Alex Serwa. Oh, my gosh. Beautiful last-minute shot.
That prediction won off. Right, one off. We said 9-6.
9-7.
We expected a close game.
Wow.
Even closer than expected. But what can we say?
Oh, my gosh.
Air Academy came in fighting. They
not
figured it out.
Yeah, not at
Cheyenne
all
Mountain.
the end I expected, but that is insane. Super
Here
proud
we
of them.
go
We're going
with
to
that
see
replay.
it one more time. The goalie wasn't even ready for that shot, but Alex Serwa needed that last little bit. You're right. He remembered that.
Yep.
He remembered it and was like, hey, I need this last shot here.
Alex had that chip on his shoulder.
Wow.
Right? He wanted to put one more in to just put it in Cheyenne's face. But here we go. Lining
Wow.
up to shake hands.
Oh
right?
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so we are going to toss the commercial break, but definitely stay tuned because we are going to get an interview with the coach and then, star player of the game, which stay tuned for. So exciting. Don't go away.
I know I should be doing my homework, but I think I'm just going to spend a little more time on social media. Is that supposed to be me? Why would they say this? What am I supposed to do?
Is she talking about us? Oh, she cannot. We have to flame her. And we have to get all of our friends to flame her. Maybe we can get her to leave the school.
Adriana, we can always choose to be kind, and we can always choose to be the bigger person. Wouldn't we feel horrible if all of this turned violent? Of all the self-harm cases that are reported, a quarter of them trace back to cyberbullying. This isn't us. We can rise above and end the cycle.
Being exposed to various cultures is vital to any high schooler's experience and expands their world perspective. On February 3rd, Air Academy High School hosted a St. Bridget's Night celebration sponsored by the Celtic Culture Club, a newly organized club whose focus is to spread awareness of Celtic traditions and cultures. One of the most fascinating aspects of the night was the Celtic Steps Irish Dance Showcase. The owner and operator of Celtic Steps is Sean Casey, but his top student and Air Academy senior, Leah Grossi, was on hand to lead the exhibition.
Well, we've been teaching Leah forever, I think since she was about 6 years old. And we've seen so much growth in her technique and her determination.
Leah is a busy young woman with a lot on her plate, learning how to maintain a good work-life-school balance. She has commitments everywhere, but Irish dancing has remained a constant in her life for over a decade.
I don't know, my favorite thing about dancing is just getting to dance and getting to put my rhythm on the floor, my beats, or...
After years of dedication to Irish dancing, Leah's worlds have collided, and she has helped establish a Celtic Culture Club at Air Academy High School.
Leah has accomplished so much in such a short time. Her athletic and extracurricular workload alone would be enough to push most 18-year-olds' boundaries. But for Leah, she continues dancing, not only competing individually, where she has traveled the world winning national titles, but helping build a community at Air Academy where people can celebrate cultures together.
There's different perspectives that people are coming from and backgrounds. And so the more you understand the different types of backgrounds people come from, the more you can appreciate everybody.
So why has Leah Grossi kept up such a commitment over 12 years? Leah's commitment isn't just physical. It's an emotional connection to her mom, who passed away when she was 8.
I'm always dancing for her, looking up at her in heaven, and just really wanting to make her proud.
Most people don't find the thing that makes them hum until well into adulthood, but luckily for Leah, she found it at a very young age. And in addition to a passion, Leah found a family and a community of like-minded people who share her love.
I know I should be doing my homework, but I think I'm just going to spend a little more time on social media. Is that supposed to be me? Why would they say this? What am I supposed to do?
Is she talking about us? Oh, she cannot. We have to flame her. And we have to get all of our friends to flame her. Maybe we can get her to leave the school.
Adriana, we can always choose to be kind, and we can always choose to be the bigger person. Wouldn't we feel horrible if all of this turned violent? Of all the self-harm cases that are reported, a quarter of them trace back to cyberbullying. This isn't us. We can rise above and end the cycle.
Awesome. Welcome back, guys. Kadet's come out with a dominant win, a close game, but a dominant win for sure.
Absolutely.
I think this is the first time in 8 years that Air Academy's beat them in the regular season, right? They beat them in the playoffs, but maybe this is the beginning of a new streak, right?
For
Cheyenne
sure.
Mountain had the streak of wins for so long, and maybe Air Academy starts it now. we really want to talk here to some of the people close, some of the people involved on the team.
Yeah.
So I think here down in a second we're gonna get ready to toss it. But until then, just your thoughts.
Oh my gosh, dude, I was out of my seat. I was completely out of my seat. That was insane. Exactly the ending we expected from a game like this with so much tension and excitement. And, let's just go right down to Ben Blodgett because we want to hear from him and the coach and the players of what they have to say about this incredible win. Ben, take it away.
I'm Benjamin Blodgett here after a great victory for Air Academy, 9-7 with Coach Gold and Andrew Nielsen. Coach, for you first, we talked a little bit about before the game how regardless of the circumstances of your seasons beforehand, games with Cheyenne Mountain are always a mental battle. After this victory your team has just had, how confident are you about your team's mental fortitude and their mental strength going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think this game only confirmed, everything I already knew about this team. There's nothing that this team could do that would surprise me. It's such a special group that I get to work with. Awesome kids that, the victory tonight only confirms everything that we already knew about each other. So, yeah.
And one final question for you, Coach. 14-0 this season. How does that feel to be coming into this team and to be having such an excellent season all around, defensively, offensively, and winning all these games?
Yeah, I think we talked earlier. I talked about taking it one day at a time, getting better all the time, and I think 14-0 sounds great, but 19-0 sounds even better, and so that's kind of what we're chasing. We're always chasing getting better, but focusing on it day by day, and we won today, and so that's all you can really ask for.
All right, what a great attitude to have, Coach. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And Andrew, what an incredible game today. You had a hat trick of 3 goals this game. And I just wanted, before I get into any of the in-depth questions, how are you feeling right now after that performance?
Yeah, first off, all glory to God is, giving us the opportunity to be out here and play with the boys and, get victories like this, which is huge. And then again to my teammates who, make this whole thing possible. But, I'm feeling amazing. The job's not done. We still got, another game, and then we got, the playoffs. But, this is super stoked. This is a dream. Every year we want to beat Cheyenne, so I'm super stoked.
And Andrew, as a junior, you've still got another year to go. When it comes to being a team leader and being a cohesive team together, how important do you think it is to have a team that can come together like you've described, no matter who's playing, no matter what the situation is? How much value has that given to you guys personally and in the game?
Oh my goodness, it's given us so much. I think it's what makes this team so special is that, it's a next man up. Off the field, we fight for each other, and we're so close, and so such a big part of any we play on this field.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah,
great insight, great game. Have your celebrations. Enjoy this moment, and I look forward to seeing y'all play again. You guys heard it here, how important it is to have that play in the now mentality to win all these games and still come back and give it your best, and also the importance of having such a built team around you, always willing to sacrifice for each other, is the secret behind Air Academy's success this season going towards the postseason. Back to you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ben, for that interview. That was just so amazing to hear from them both. It's so cool to hear from Coach. We got to talk to him with the tailgating segment, but he is such a positive influence on the guys. Talking to all of them, it's really clear that the coaching that Nick Gold has done has had such an impact on all of them, and clearly is giving them victory after victory. I'm really quite impressed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, amazing performance from the team altogether. We talked about the team chemistry going into it, that it was going to be a mental battle, right? And Boots kind of touched on it a lot. All glory to God, but also, props to his teammates, right? For making it happen. Boots ended up out on top with that hat trick. Alex Sherwall still put up 1 goal. Fantastic performance from the offense altogether, and just well-rounded team tonight.
Absolutely.
On Air Academy's side of things. This should clinch the #1 seed for Air Academy going into the playoffs. That's a huge advantage to have. We'll see what's to come for Cheyenne Mountain. Still looking for that playoff spot. And, we'll see what their future holds.
Absolutely. And it's such an impressive thing. to see just this game. Cheyenne and Air Academy it's such an exciting game, and there was never a dull moment. Every single one of these guys put their all into the field, and frankly, I'm so proud of Cheyenne. Hopefully no one from Air Academy heard me say that, but I'm so proud of both of these teams tonight, and it's just really quite impressive. We're going to end the show a little bit differently tonight, so this is going to be we're both seniors, so this is going to be our last live stream of the year, which is wild. This program has had such a big impact on us, and frankly, it's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing after high school. So I love it. I'm so grateful for every single person that has had an impact on me in this program. Mr. Long Henry, every single one of these camera people. I love this program to the moon and back, and I will never forget it.
Yeah, most definitely. Super thankful for everyone involved for making all of these streams and new segments happen, right? Really helped find a lot of people discover their passions, right? Sophia going to Mizzou to study journalism. Our very own Adriana Gutierrez will be at Penn State, not only playing soccer, but she's going to be studying film there.
Yeah.
I'm headed off to LA to go to film school. Lots of great things, lots of alumni to come from this program.
For sure.
Sophia's done a fantastic job heading up a lot of these games, commentating.
You
probably haven't seen my face a lot behind the scenes, directing most of the time. So super grateful to get in the seat today.
There we go.
But again, thank you for everybody who's consistently tuned in. If you tuned in tonight, we are so incredibly grateful for your support.
Yeah, and what a game to end off the year. We're so excited. We're so grateful to every single one of these viewers. Thank you so much for watching Kadet Sports Live. We'll see you later, hopefully.
And as always,
Skodets!